Right when you think you ain't going live. We go live, baby. What is good out there in digital Technolandia, also known as the internet? Folks, it's been a little bit. It's been quiet, but we got a lot of news today. We got some action going down in Salem, Oregon, where they are holding a Stop the Steal rally with a COVID lockdown restriction civil disobedience in front of the Capitol. We've got people out in Louisville, Sacramento. Bob is on the patrol. We've got a lot of news to get to as well. Seattle, Jeeper, good to see you in the chat, brother. The day before the holiday, and around here we don't say holiday, we say Happy Thanksgiving to every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I see you all. Let's go ahead and get into the scenes here.
Which is fucking disgusting. Like, they really wanted to come out and talk shit during the memorials. It's what they wanted to do.
A lot of news today. A lot of different stuff. There was a hearing in Pennsylvania with Rudy Giuliani where a lot of information came out today. A lot of information on the election. A lot of the different typical media sources were out there trying to suppress it. And well, you know, it's still out there. It can be found, and we might review that later. But as you can see, we've got BCP. He's down in Salem. His video was a little bit better earlier, but Mr. Bill, on the opposite side of your screen there, he's got a bit of better quality. It seems like they're feeding people. We've got the Reen like they do in Louisville. Bob is out there chasing the police. Louisville looks like they might be a little lit tonight, so we'll keep an eye on it.
No peace! Racist ass police! I say no justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! I say no justice! Mama, mama, can't you see? Mama, mama, can't you see? What the system's done to me? What the system's done to me?
Star Cruz, Leah, Linda, I see you all. Infidel, Wade, Based Welshman, I see you. What kind of plans do you guys have going on? Are you planning on meeting up with family?
Papa, Papa, don't you cry. This is not my day to
Hey,
cry.
that's what we do, brother.
Wanna post up here? Hey,
A little
bud,
bit of action today.
post up there for me?
I never plan on going live. I was actually sleeping, didn't get much sleep last night. Been, how can I put it? My attention... I've been a bit distracted lately, I'll put it that way. In a good way. But yes. Some big things coming. Yeah, instead of a Thanksgiving Day parade, what we're going to end up seeing is civil disobedience, it appears. I mean, I wouldn't not spend time with my family for Thanksgiving. You spend all year busy doing everything, and there's only a couple days out of the year that are dedicated to spending with your family. You know, you should do it a lot more than that, but that's just one of the days you absolutely should not. It's been slow because of the holiday as well. A lot of your normal streamers have not even been up. I wanted an opportunity to get on here. I saw that there was enough stuff going on around the nation that I wanted to come in and say hello. Looks like Black Zebra, if I'm not mistaken. That looks like a restream to me. Unless it's the same couple being interviewed. I've seen that one before.
We got streets there, maintaining, keeping foot traffic in 2 lanes, leaving 1 lane open. Just running up the line, telling everyone to get out of the far left lane right now.
What the hell? I think someone told them maybe there was a free turkey dinner at the end of the walk. That's a pretty good chance. Yeah, I saw that, Infidel. I saw that Kate Brown, for whatever reason, in an interview that I personally saw, said that you should treat it like neighbors that are playing loud music down the street, and that you should tell on your neighbors if they are having gatherings with more than 6 people. Could you imagine having to tell a future employer that you have a record because you spent Thanksgiving with your family? The title of this video is not going to be very good for the algo. I wasn't trying to blow the viewership up too much today, more so just see the good old regulars. But I called it the State of the Union for a reason, because the State of the Union is very grim at the moment. Our Constitution is currently hanging by a thread, and it's a damn shame, but it does give me hope to see all these patriots taking to the streets, starting to gather, starting to network, starting to do all the things we probably should have done a long time ago.
Whole lot going on tonight, guys. We got small numbers. I mean, they've grown a little bit since we started in March, but we still got small numbers, and we've got a few cars that we tried to be a bit much, trying to get through the crowd and shit. So I'm in a little bit of like head on a swivel mode. Again, it's been a weird energy last couple of days, so I gotta look out for other, I don't know, potential dangers. So I'm not focusing on the comments all too much.
For everything in this country. We asked the government for permission to get married. And right now we have so many restrictions that we're not even
making her do it.
So if you're interested, text the word rights to 80123.
Oh, how interesting. So the 2 Louisville feeds here. See what we got
My
going
wife was
on.
supposed to be here, but the weather report said it was supposed to be raining. That didn't happen.
Let's do this.
So I'll give you guys a little recap of what's going on. Stop the steal and defy the lockdown. Thanksgiving Eve community feed, because the orders are that we cannot get together with our families and eat. So it's to defy the lockdown. Kind of rally. People came out and they're feeding the homeless, they're feeding the less fortunate. Families are out here eating. There's no mask. So that's kind of like what's happening today. That's what's going on here, Salem, Oregon, the capital of Oregon, Salem.
Thank you so much, American Writer. I see you.
So
Shawnee Carpenter. I see you. Yeah, the 2 Louisville feeds just went down, so I'm going to be monitoring that, see if that comes back up. I don't know if you guys saw. Let's see if I can pull it up.
So I'm probably going to get off while I eat, if that's okay with you guys. I mean, I
no.
could put the phone down and just like aim at the
BCP's
sky,
going to go offline. Everyone's going to jump offline right as we come on.
Get off.
It's all right. I don't think only Mr. Bill will go down. And my assumption here is down in Salem, the Portland Tifas will probably show up to counter demonstrate their Thanksgiving dinner. They're feeding the homeless.
Hit the share button.
And they'll probably show up to try to ruin that.
So yeah, I'll figure it out. What's up?
Yeah, Star Cruise, I saw that.
Turkey and rice.
Trump pardoned General Flynn. A full pardon.
Yep. I'm still a kid at heart. Okay.
So, for anybody who's been following the Kevin Peterson Jr. story in Oregon, they just about an hour ago released the video
I love my carbs.
of the shooting. And kind of interesting timing on when they decided to release that. But with me leaving my opinion out of it, I'll go ahead and play the news report if it'll allow me to.
Yep.
And I'll let you guys make your own opinions on what happened in that situation.
All right, you guys.
That's a Portland metro area
Appreciate you guys.
shooting.
Pacific Standard Time, 6 o'clock, unless I go to the flag wave, which I actually forgot about. If I go to the flag wave, I'll repost the time in the supporter area for...
It looks like BCP is going to be going down, so it'll be a good time to put it up.
Check out the store, thebcpreacher.com.
Kate Brown, Kid. Green salad.
No, give me some double...
My guess is BCP will come back up in a bit. But in the meantime, we'll see if this plays. Well, of course, after the wonderful commercial. And we'll just put it on one screen so we get the full view. I mean, it's going to make us listen to a commercial for a bit here.
Long term, that whole family, the commitment they've made.
So that's all I want to say. Just remember, America's a free country, and that you don't have to wear a mask because some governor is going to tell you to wear a mask, or to lock down because...
Clark County deputies shot and
Here we
killed
go.
a man. The update included audio from dispatchers. We're also now seeing surveillance video from a drone and from businesses. We do want to warn you, some of that video may be graphic. Fox 12's Amber Wilmarth has a look at the investigators' findings.
Investigators say this all started late last month as a drug investigation, and Clark County deputies intended to take Kevin Peterson Jr. into custody. Detectives released these pictures they say they obtained of Peterson, showing Xanax they believed he intended to sell and suggesting violence toward law enforcement.
It turned into the Florian, and it looks like it could be a match on the drug.
Investigators say Peterson was inside a Mercedes, and they tried to contact him using unmarked cars with emergency lights activated.
All right, we're approaching.
They say they were wearing tactical vests, identifying them as law enforcement. And when they approached, say Peterson got out of the car and ran. Surveillance video shows Peterson running and putting his hand in his pocket.
He's running. He has something in his hand. Be careful, might be a gun.
According to deputies, Peterson did have a gun that he dropped while running. They say they ordered him not to pick it up, but say he did anyway and continued to run. They say they stopped immediately chasing him at that point because he was armed.
Do not chase him around the corner. He had a gun. His gun's out. He's got a gun in his hand.
Deputies then say they called for backup. Surveillance video shows Peterson then walking through the parking lot of a U.S. bank. Two detectives and a deputy arrive, contact Peterson, and order him to stop. They say he did not comply and pulled a handgun out of his sweatshirt pocket and pointed it at a deputy. A detective and deputy both fired their guns at Peterson. In surveillance video, you can see Peterson running, then falling to the ground. Deputies say he sat up and pointed a gun at deputies again.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Detectives and deputies fired a total of 34 rounds, with 4 rounds hitting Peterson. I'm Amber Wilmer, Fox 12, Oregon.
Deputies say Peterson aimed his gun at them and they believed he had fired or had already shot at them. At this point, investigators say there is no evidence Peterson fired his gun and they're sending the case to the prosecuting attorney for review. Attorneys representing Peterson's parents issued a statement about the investigation, saying in part, quote, "Where's the apology from the sheriff for the false accusation claiming Kevin shot at officers? Now they're saying Kevin pointed a gun at officers, but the video doesn't show that. Instead, the video shows that Kevin was no threat. This raises a question of police protecting their own." We also have a quote from Peterson's father. He says, quote, "Kevin recently became a father. He was excited about fatherhood. The sheriff and others lied when they said Kevin shot at officers. Now we see the video and Kevin's
Is it echoing?
toward the officers, but they shot him anyway. They chased him down, trapped him, and killed him." Fox 12 will continue to follow this investigation as it develops.
Cardio burns fat, right?
Okay.
No.
So
Cardio actually burns.
that was just released a little bit ago. I don't know if you guys got a good look in on the video there.
The very next meal that you eat and stored as more fat. This is why.
But I think the video is very, very clear. And you can see in the video that this gentleman absolutely pointed his firearm at police officers. He was running from police officers when his firearm ran out or fell out of his pocket onto the ground. Police officers did not fire then. He retrieved the firearm when they told him not to. He picked it up, continued running, went around a corner. The officers decided not to run after him because he had a firearm. Officers then later came back around with a better vantage point. He once again pulled his firearm, pointed at police officers. When they've returned, they fired. In the video, you can see him after he trips. He literally points. You can see it. It's plain as day. So that's the news report that's out there. And I encourage you all to make your own opinions on what's happening there.
We need everybody's support. We really do. This is an ongoing.
And what's good, brother?
I am willing to go the stretch if the attorneys will allow us. Freedom Foundation is a non-profit group. We are not being charged in this lawsuit. They work solely on donations. Many people that see my story on Facebook
in the house.
ask how can they help. And I know it's
My
frustrating
SSI
to
pack,
see
yeah.
donations, but really, it allows us to continue our fight. Our fight against someone who is a huge tyrant to us all. And I implore you to reach out.
Christopher, I'll take a look. That last stream we did, there was a lot of trolling going on. And there might have been some collateral damage. Let me see if I can figure out how to fix that for you. I see that one weird girl. Let's see. Typically, I have the mods do this, but I've got to go in here and figure it out.
Okay, so I wasn't going to talk again, but I want to take a minute real quickly. She just brought up something, like a big one. But my brother's keeper is out here. Brandon Kroger, he's over there in the corner, cooking a donation buckets, however, that is not my priority today, so those are not going around yet. But let's keep that in mind, please, because this event has definitely been pretty expensive. However, I want to talk about something that she just brought up real quick that we don't talk about is the mental health and the ugliness to the lockdown. She brought up a good aspect. Everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge advocate for survivors of domestic abuse.
CBS New York, helicopter staring at the sky, apparently.
Way too many times for 16 years. It was really, really ugly. So what she just said is very accurate. The PTSD that it brings up for people that have issues like that, just even being told what to do, the control aspect of it, all of it, the mask, not being able to go out, not being able to breathe, she needs to be stopped because the suicide.
How many did you guys watch the news conference that happened with Rudy Giuliani today in Pennsylvania? Because they had a whole bunch of witnesses testify, and it really started making things clear. I'll touch a little bit on that here in a second.
Keep going and keep going and keep going until we flush her down the toilet because quite frankly I'm sick of it. I'm going to go ahead and play some music for a little while, get the vibe going again. We're going to eat some more. If you haven't got anything to eat yet, please get that going, and then we will have more speakers. Oh, we got Flip. Hey, everybody put your hands together for Flip.
I'm going to make this short to make some of you know me, some of you do not. My name is Flip Todd. I am an American Proud Boy. I represent the Portland chapter of the Proud Boys. The guys that you see around here with the stage, you see the TV, it represents Proud Boys. We are here for you. We started 4 years ago, and we are all across the nation now, actually all across the world. We are looking for men, real men, that love this country, that love this nation. Presidents will come and go, but the Proud Boys are here to stay. And we just want to say, if you see somebody in black and yellow, don't be afraid of them. We are here for you. We want to introduce ourselves. We'd like to say thank you so much. We want to be part of this. We want you guys to be part of our
Oh, you having trouble finding me? Yeah.
We will always be here for you.
Wonderful shadow bands. Hey, good to see you. We got some action in good old Salem. Monitoring some things, talking about a little bit of news. Trying to figure out how to undo someone's previous block.
We are here why? To gather together, to share, to peacefully assemble and bring forth our grievances, to ask that this state would be opened up.
YouTube doesn't make it easy, do they?
Find yourself a guy in black and yellow, introduce yourselves, and get to know them. We're not the boogeyman. We are here for you, and we're not going anywhere. You see this stage? You'll see it again. You'll see it again, and you'll see it again. Many, many, many more presidents. Anyway, if you want men, if you are interested in becoming a Proud Boy, go to proudboysusa.com, follow the link, go to your local chapter, send in an email, tell them why you would like to become a Proud Boy, and our vetting officers will get a hold of you, and we will introduce yourself to what.
Wait. What? Your hoodie is considered undeliverable to a P.O. box?
Each and every one of you.
Infidel, thank you so much for that. Yes, the subs have been jumping as of late. Again today, as if you guys were part of the last feed, you would have seen, or the last stream, you would have seen that I wasn't the only one that noticed that things were jumping, and we got zapped 3 different times. And one video blocked on the last one, the video that showed all of the subs and everything that was going on, and it was a very magical thing. But luckily for you guys, I was able to recover that video, and it is now up on Rumble. Rumble is a non-censored platform, and I will be re-uploading all of the videos onto Rumble going forward. So I would look forward. You can check out SEAL Team 7, the number 11 spelled out. You should find us over there. I'll post a link here shortly in the chat.
shirt, hoodie, black mask, purple hair, and the guy's getting food there.
Oh,
We invited him in to eat.
Oh, here we go.
And start shit.
Exactly.
Christopher, I have fixed you. You should be fine going forward. I apologize for that. Oh, and I'm sure we're getting copyrighted right this moment, by the way. Yeah, we more than doubled in size in one stream, and of course, we had our live viewership was the highest it had ever been. We were breaking records left and right, and we got the band hammer. No surprise. Jay, yeah, what's up, good buddy? Glad to see you. Folks, if you are in here right now, you must do me a favor. High Flyer, I just did it. You might have to close your window and reopen it and see if that fixes it, but you should. I took you out of there. You were on a mod, accidentally banned you. I've got you. I saw your name. It might take a second for it to update, but I did find your name and I did take you out, and I did hit the save button. Jay, I'm surprised you're not at the Capitol. There you are. See? I told you I fixed it. Oh, yeah, so, folks, and also, I'll be announcing this a lot more often, but I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with a channel called Red Pilling the Masses. It's a wonderful community, another conservative community like our own. And we've been talking with them, and they plan on being part of this larger Patriot network that is being grown. Unfortunately, they've been dealing with a lot of censorship issues and being zapped and the typical stuff you expect to see on a conservative platform. So they've had to create a bunch of different channels and whatnot. But if you could all do me a favor, it's not an easy channel to find on YouTube. Actually, I'll post a link to it, but it's Salty Snicker. Go over there, hit the sub button, like some videos, let them play in the background. They are great patriots over there, and we'd really like to combine our communities along with the other platforms that we're collaborating with. The idea here is to really just grow a large Patriot network, to do a lot of networking, to grow stronger together. And what's funny is if you try searching for the channel Salty Snicker, it doesn't pop up. All you see is a bunch of Snickers bars, and it's literally impossible to find. And that's because of shadow banning and the likes. So for me, I'll literally have to go into my history just to find the video and share it. Let's see if I can. Where was the last one? Oh, of course. Seattle Jeeper, he is a part of that wonderful community, and glad to have him over here as well. We are all part of one community, and there's no reason why we shouldn't all be combining and becoming one. We all, to be a patriot, you just have to love your country.
We're getting the numbers up there, guys, the shares. I appreciate that.
You just have to believe in our Constitution. There really is no other requirements. There we go. Ando, you found it. I'll verify that I'm sure it's fine. But let me, before I say it is, I like to verify. Also, make sure, if you're on Twitch, add that one weird girl. Make sure another Patriot streamer by the name of Andazant. Go add Andazant as well. You guys are hilarious. If you guys have MK, MK is another great Patriot. Black conservative preacher. Black rebel, also known as Space Force on Twitter. Those are all great patriots that you should have on your list and be watching. Very, very, very important. But with the amount of censorship that's going on, Red Pilling the Mouse has had a massive following, and they've just been attacked like no other. So, in order to circumvent the censorship, we've got to do our part, and we've got to help. The links are there in the chat, folks. The one that Andale posted is absolutely takes you right to the right page there. So if you've ever watched Red Pilling the Masses, which I'm sure at some point you've watched those feeds, they now go by the name Salty Snicker. I wonder if I search Salty Snicker all together without a space. Okay, so if you're on YouTube, all you got to do is search Salty Snicker all together. Don't put any spaces in, and you can get it to pop up. Which is really funny. It says they only have 3 videos, but I click on it and I see 4. So, YouTube with all kinds of the shadow banning going on. So Salem, just getting started. So yeah, man. So Trump pardons General Flynn. I think that's something we all saw coming, and I think we should expect to see a lot more pardons coming. I saw news that Trump has decided to go ahead and begin the transition process with the Biden administration. He went ahead and okayed it. It's on his Twitter. He said for the better good of the country that needs to at least begin, that he's not conceding, that he still believes that they are going to win. And as I watched what happened today in Pennsylvania, you start to understand kind of what happened. And it makes sense because the different inconsistencies that they're talking about, what you heard during that whole press briefing with Congress, different representatives, and Rudy Giuliani, was that in multiple counties that Trump won in 2016, it was really interesting because Democrats lost registered voters while Republicans had record-breaking registrations. Like, we're talking Democrats lost voters, Republicans increased voters in a county that he won in 2016. Yet somehow Biden won those counties. But it started making me wonder, like, how they were able to do it. And they started talking about a couple things that really got to me. This year, I received 2 ballots in the mail. I thought that was really strange. I thought it was really, really strange. I got one like a month before the election, and then I got one like 2 weeks before the election. But I got 2 different ballots, and I was kind of like, why are they sending me 2 ballots? And it wasn't just me. Everybody in my household that is a legal age voter, and including my family, anyone I know, the majority of them, and I guess I can't say any Democrats that I know, but at least Republicans that I know, received 2 ballots. And you got to wonder why you would get 2 ballots. Well, you're not. If you vote twice, that's illegal, and it would disqualify your vote. That's one. But I think it's more nefarious than that after listening to that press conference, because basically you got to think of this in terms of a computer. The computer sees 2 different ballots have been issued. Okay, here's the one that came earlier, and here's the one that I actually filled out and turned in. There's no way for me to check my ballot. There's no way for me to see if my choices were actually recorded. The only thing I can see is that the ballot was actually received. Okay. But in the computer, it's going to say this other ballot still exists. And the computer's going to have a safeguard in there, making sure that both of them don't actually count. But what if the ballot that I filled out got thrown in the garbage? Well, now this ballot is still over here and still exists. It's still in the computer. And what if somebody went ahead and checked, knowing that I would have thrown one of them in the garbage? What if someone checked Biden and then submitted it? That's a legal ballot with a legal person's name eligible to vote, with no way of actually checking what the results were that could be in the system. And a lot of those inconsistencies have appeared, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff. I highly, highly recommend that if you did not watch, you go and watch that news conference. There was a lot of stuff that came out. There was a lot of witnesses that testified, and it was very eye-opening, to say the least. There's voter suppression going on. There's, the server thing that's happening as well. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. But also, the thing that just sticks in the back of my head is just general human nature. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't have something to hide... I gotta switch this so I don't get copyrighted here. If you don't have something to hide, then chances are you're not going to have any problem showing your cards. A person who is trying to hide something is doing it for a reason. And kicking out a bunch of Republican poll watchers and not allowing them to watch the count tells me, like, what do you have to hide? What are you hiding? What is it that you don't want people to see? So, to me, that sticks in my mind. It sticks in my mind, and I can't get past that. There's just a lot of stuff. And in Pennsylvania as well, what you're also seeing is that the electors are chosen by the legislature. They are the ones that choose the electors, which means they make all of the laws. And when the legislature there, because they're mostly Republican in the legislature of Pennsylvania, when they wouldn't pass these new voting laws, they went ahead and bypassed the legislature and went ahead and went to the judicial branch and basically used their state Supreme Court to pass a bunch of new voter laws. And one of the Republican senators testified as well that when it came to the mail-in ballots, he wanted to add just a simple barcode so that they could very easily track the ballots. Very simple, just to make sure that nobody was just filling out a random ballot, and tossing it into the system, and that senator said that when the governor saw his proposal, that he told him straight up that if that proposal ends up on his desk, it's an immediate denial. It's an immediate no. Absolutely not. Sorry. Goodbye. So, I mean, trying to hide those things. Why wouldn't you want to preserve the integrity of the election and keep things safe?
They're hard to verbalize.
Like why we're doing it.
A lot of really stuff going on.
Explaining to the newspaper that one of the reasons we're not using red lights right away is we're waiting for squads to get in the area so that if they bail, which in most cases, people that are in stolen cars would bail.
Right.
We know that that's a conclusion.
So anyways, we're going to look here for some other feeds here.
But there's a variety of little things like that happen in our minds that are just part of our DNA. But sometimes we're not verbally saying, "Oh, let's do this because of this." You know, we're just doing it.
Well, it was definitely an odd path.
BCP has been down for about 30 minutes now. He said he was going to come back up when he was done eating, so we'll keep an eye on him.
The night is young. Like my brother always said, it's never late until midnight, and then it's early again.
Folks, I'm ready for No Shave November to be over. My God. Do I have a bush on my face? I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. But just trim it up and, you know. It's No Shave November, so I can't even touch it. Can't trim it, can't do nothing. I've just got to let it grow like a angry outdoorsman. Chalupa, what's good, brother?
If you can do, Public Works wants you. The Victoria Fuller sign is crooked.
Jay, what do you mean?
You know, if we had found a monolith in the middle of the desert like those guys,
The weighted ballots. I don't know if I heard about that.
see what was at the top. I'm afraid someone would capture a YouTube of us trying to do that at Victoria. And you know what happened? We would find
Is that
out
still
we
live?
couldn't turn it, and then they would accuse us of turning it the wrong way.
Right.
People.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't know if this is still live or not. It says it's live, but it's that same hearing that I was just talking about.
Montgomery's doing for Thanksgiving.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
She can drive down Central. She should come out and say hi. A wonderful human being.
We'll see if it comes up.
We're shining light on this darkness here. We're going to take our state back. We're not standing aside in this hour. You know, as Representative Metcalf rightly said, in 1994, there was so much shenanigans and cheating in the Marks versus Stinson case that a federal district judge threw out the election results, took a senator out of Harrisburg, state senator, and put the Republican in because the election results were so corrupted. So we do have a precedent here, federal courts, and I hope you take a hard look at that here. Has our election results...
Why is it dark? Dark where? In New York?
...been so corrupted that the results have to be thrown out? That's going to be a case you're going to have to make before the Supreme Court there, but it sure sounds like something stinks in
New York, it would be dark.
I don't know. You know, one vote, one person, one legal vote per person. And
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying, Jay.
And I can't believe this is happening here, and we're not going to let it stand. I don't know why it's so hard. You know, I know it's hard because this has been going on here for a lot longer than we imagined. But in Galatians 6:9, we're told by St. Paul, grow not weary doing good, because in due time you'll reap your harvest. We're going to reap our harvest.
And see, what's cool is that a lot of people don't understand how the election actually works. Like, you vote, but when you vote, you're not actually voting for a president. You're voting for your legislatures to pick electors. And they don't have to go with what the vote went with. If the legislatures see fit, they can choose to pick the electors. So if the legislature, which is in Trump's favor, sees enough fraud and stuff here, even though they've certified the vote total, they can decide and say, you know what, we have enough evidence of voter fraud here that we are going to give our electors to Donald J. Trump. So that's how you could see states turn. And that's why they're having, it looks like they're ending.
3.5 hours here at the Wyndham here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. 3.5 hours of what we expected we might hear today. Testimony from...
Oh no, don't freeze on us. That's terrible. Why would you do that? It's such a bad thing to do. Go back to Salem. So yeah. Yeah, Devster, I did see that. I've mentioned it a couple times already. I did see that President Trump has given a full pardon to General Mike Flynn. I'm not going to use the link that you provided just because in previous times when I've shared anything from that network, I get zapped. But yes, we have let everybody know.
Last weekend from Eugene up to here, and then came here, and there was already a group of people here, and then we went from here to the governor's meeting. That was interesting.
Oh yeah. I showed up there a little bit late because I kind of stayed here a little bit longer. Yeah. But yeah.
So right now, and if anyone has any feeds that they would like to see up, go ahead and you can't post a link if you're not a mod.
Cops that weren't identified, cops, cars and everything, black cars, kept circling and everything. I'm like,
But we are always searching. Let's see what we got here. Looks like a little bit of action.
Like wondering if they yo, you're not supposed to park in front of that house or whatever.
But even the state cop over here, the guy with the wheelchair, the homeless guy.
Yep.
The line was down here, so he couldn't get up the stairs. I just wheeled him over here and got his touch the line.
Nice.
Back over to the couple more. Cop got in his car and pulled his mouth out.
Yep.
Dude, you're freaking awesome. Picked my hand. Nothing, but yeah, just the idea that we're feeding everybody.
Yeah. You think the fake news, wherever they went, is going to report that or not?
Oh, no.
Silly question, I know. They might hint at it or whatever. Some homeless people showed up or whatever,
Yeah.
Something like that, but it doesn't say that.
No, I mean, they went out and actually.
I mean, yeah, Andel, if you saw Donald Trump Jr. himself, I believe on his Twitter, put declassify everything. So you can expect that if it comes down to that, that will happen. There's also talk that I heard today, and this is just a potential scenario. I'm not saying that I'm with this or that, I don't need people to be like, oh, Trump's winning anyways. Trust me, I'm with you on that entire opinion. I believe there's enough evidence to overturn what has happened. I believe the legislatures might step up and do their constitutional duty. So many different things. But let's go into a hypothetical here. Let's say Biden gets put into power. Let's say there isn't enough time to go over all the evidence, that the judicial process takes a while. They said today during that hearing that a lot of the judicial processes that aren't urgent could take 6 months up to a year before we get answers. So let's say there's a possibility that Biden takes power. Trump and his administration is already talking about running in 2024. Now, given it might take 4 years to fix our voting system, it might take 4 years to undo all of the fraud. It might be a crappy 4 years. But there was polls done asking Republicans if they would support Donald J. Trump in a 2024 bid. And it was overwhelmingly yes, they would. And another question that was asked in that poll is, should Donald Trump continue being the leader of the Republican Party? And again, I think it was like 77% or 80% of the people said absolutely yes. So, that being said, in a worst case scenario, I would say there's a very good, I'd say excellent possibility that if this election was stolen, that Trump could come back and do a second term, especially if they come in there and start doing all the stuff that they're suggesting that they're going to do. I don't know if you guys saw Biden released what his gun plan is going to be, and it is insane. Blew my mind. I don't see how Americans would stand for it. It's extremely unconstitutional, and he has said that if they win those Senate seats down in Georgia, that he plans on of course we know they want to pack the courts, so that would basically eliminate the Supreme Court from stopping such unconstitutional decisions. But Biden has said that if he can't get Congress to pass his gun legislation, that he will absolutely use executive order to pass it, which an executive order is easy to overturn if you can get power again, but still. His plan is basically a mandatory gun buyback for semi-automatics. And you'll have a secondary option. You can either relinquish your firearms to the government in exchange for, I'm sure, some cheap gift card at Walmart or something, or your secondary option under his plan is going to be to pay a $200 tax on every single semi-automatic item. So we're talking about handguns, we're talking about rifles, we're talking about everything. Not only that, any magazine that can hold more than 10 rounds is going to require a $200 tax stamp. Like, can you imagine the average person? If you have 5 AR mags, we're talking $1,000 in tax just to keep them. It is ridiculous. They're going to treat them, they want to treat them like SBRs, basically. They want to treat them, and it's just insane. It's unconstitutional, it's insane, and I do not see the American people standing for it. It is, and they're very adamant about it. It's insane. I mean, I don't even know, I don't think it's so much about the money, more as trying to make it absolutely unaffordable to exercise your Second Amendment if you're making less than $400,000 a year. It's just insane. It's insane. It's unconstitutional. It's just ridiculous.
Don't think that what you think and your voting doesn't matter, because, ladies and gentlemen, you matter, and we have to
see. And that's just it. Is I don't think people actually voted for him. I don't think Biden won this election. I think Trump won this in a landslide. I really do. Like, when you look at the facts, you look at everything, it just doesn't make any sense why anybody out there would vote for him. The only people, I mean, even the Tifas and stuff are like, no. They're like, we hate Biden. Like, we're going to vote for the down ticket person. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I think they'll eventually get down to the bottom of it. But I have hope. I have hope in the patriots around this country. I have hope that our forefathers were smart enough to see into the future to know that threats like this were going to happen. And I believe good in the end always prevails. So in that regard, I don't let it concern me too much. But I've said this before, there isn't anything in my life that I value that I didn't have to fight for.
Because there's things happening behind the scenes that you can get excited about. So I will leave you with this.
And God damn it, I think we're going to value this country and our Constitution more than we ever have.
Like Brad and Megan, and there's so many wonderful people. Keep praying for them.
They say you got to fight for what you love. I'll tell you what, I love this country.
We have people who need to eat. We have people in our communities who need you to be that.
The silent majority can't be silent no more. We must stand.
And remove all of the crap. And you know, there's just so much out there. So I tell you that to tell you, we have a great state. We have a beautiful natural resources. And we have a lot to fight for. So I won't take any more of your time.
Frickin' P for P.
I am blessed to be here today to serve all of you.
I saw your call the other day. I was out shopping with my daughter at the time and wasn't able to answer, brother.
My friends, keep giving back because we are not done fighting. And we are worth fighting for. And I am so grateful and thankful to be here with all of you.
While Pantifa carries signs saying Trump Pence out now, I get that. They still don't like Biden, the majority of them. I mean, they'll tell you that much.
They're not telling you the facts, and you don't have to buy into that. So stay strong, stay true to our values, our Patriot values. Because
I mean, plain and simple, what are my requests? What do I want? Well, first, I want this election completely investigated all the way down to the bottom. 2, I want to see national standards that must be implemented across all 50 states. Plain and simple. We need national standards. It is absolutely ridiculous that we're doing a nationwide election based off of 50 different sets of rules. It's just insane. We need national standards. 3, those standards and your vote should be just as secure as your bank. You know, like they've got to find a way to make the vote secure. You know, we're in the year 2020. Almost 2021. There's no reason why we can't get our votes secure. 4, you need to be able to not only track your vote, but you need to be able to log in securely and see that your vote counted and that the people that you voted for are there. Instead of just, like, how many of you have actually been able to check it? How many of you have you guys been able to go look and make sure in the system that your vote counted and that the people that you selected are there? You can't do that. You don't know. We're getting these copyrights. For sure. CBS down now. So far, that's the only thing I've seen going on is what's going on down in Salem, and that seems to be winding down. We got a couple other things out. We'll monitor the feeds here just for a little bit longer, and we'll talk. Oh. Sorry. Temporarily switching off of there. Just for a moment. We'll come back to it.
Some people have it right now, you know, and the loss of jobs as a result of this pandemic is.
See, that's just it. I'm looking at this as a good thing. It makes you wonder how many other elections have been stolen. It makes you wonder how much cheating and stuff was going on in 2016 when all the polls and everybody was like, Donald Trump does not have a chance. He does not have a shot in hell. It really makes you wonder, like, were they like, hey, we don't have to cheat as much this time around because, like, this dude, there's no way. So just don't even bother. Let's play it safe. And that's why he was able to win.
Here's what happens is at rush hour, there's many more people on here.
Right.
And I did stop out to T-Mobile to ask them about this.
And then, of course,
Here's what they said.
this year they were prepared, but it just doesn't make sense. You got to look at these counties. Like, that's what I can't get past.
After 50 gigabytes.
Yeah, exactly, Prophet, exactly.
You have unlimited data, but
They didn't think they needed to cheat as much in 2016, and that's why he won. So when it came to this year, and now you're looking, I mean, just look at the registrations. That's another thing I cannot get past. It just boggles my mind. In all of these counties that Trump won in 2016, if you look at the registrations, Democrats lost registrations. Republicans had record-breaking registrations. To put that in layman's terms, okay? Lots of Democrats switched. They didn't want to be Democrats anymore. And a whole hell of a lot of people signed up to vote as Republicans. Like record-breaking numbers. And we're talking about counties in 2016 that Trump won. And now, somehow, Biden, who doesn't have any enthusiasm, who doesn't have this mass following of any kind, somehow comes into that frickin' county and wins? I mean, come on. How is that? It doesn't make sense. And it's not just one county. It's widespread. And it's very interesting when you start putting the counties in order about which ones are where the legislature has been allowed to legislate and is run by Republicans. You don't see that problem. But for some reason, in Democratic-run areas, that's where it happens. It's funny how that works.
good to know, though, right?
Very interesting.
I'm trying to get that other phone operable by Friday.
I think they'll get to the bottom of it. Will they get to the bottom of it in time? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if Trump immediately comes out, again, worst case scenario, Biden takes power. He's inaugurated, becomes president. If he starts doing these fascist laws and he starts doing these unconstitutional laws where he's trying to take people's Second Amendment away, where he puts in a whole bunch of massive taxes, if he goes and puts us into debt by forgiving student loan debt, if he starts doing all the things that he's talking about, a lot of the people are going to be like, oh, hell no. And they're going to have to be concerned that if they piss off the people, Donald J. Trump is going to be sitting there in 2024 going, I told you so. When you guys are ready to get back to that great economy, the booming stock market, record-breaking unemployment, and giving the power back to the people, he's going to be sitting there like, I'm right here, baby. And you can guarantee, hopefully, Trump gets involved with a lot of these conservative platforms that are coming out. Parler, Rumble. Again, our videos that have been banned here on YouTube are now being uploaded on Rumble. Our video from the other day where our feed blew up. Very entertaining. Of course, got zapped. You can find that now at Rumble. I will post a link in the description.
Oh, I know the building. I've always wondered what that was.
I would ask that you please go over there, share it, subscribe. Rumble is basically it's basically YouTube without censorship. And the nice thing is if you join over there and you create an account, you immediately get monetized. There is absolutely nothing you have to do. You are immediately monetized, which is wonderful. So the video that got zapped last time that YouTube didn't want you to see.
That knows Tom Campbell. Tom Campbell was one of the original canine officers with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. Tom and I, when I was at the St. Paul Police Burglary Unit, Tom was at the Sheriff's Office. That's how we got to know each other. He was assigned to work.
Is right there. There's the link. that is the link to our channel.
undercover details.
And on top of that,
So Tom worked with us, and
it is a one. I mean, if you want to watch censored content, my apologies. But if you want to watch censored content, by all means, go ahead and do so. But here's my theory when it comes to it. When it comes down to it, people are going to have to make that decision. Do you want censored content or do you want uncensored content? And at Rumble, it's uncensored. It's owned by the same people who own Parler. So I do believe that eventually we will see.
of course we had video cameras in his apartment, so we videotaped every time there was something
Debster Bryant, I would recommend you show me where I said Trump didn't win this election. He absolutely did. But that doesn't mean that they didn't try to steal it, and there's enough time to undo it. So, I don't even know what you're talking about. You're talking nonsense, Dubster. Sorry, but you are.
He talked me into running for sheriff.
Really?
Yeah. There's the first guy that said, hey, you should run for sheriff.
So when it comes at this moment, Rumble does not allow live streaming. It's all uploaded videos. So when we get one that gets the ban hammer, or we get one that goes down, we are going to be uploading them, most likely all videos, to Rumble.
Yeah, I remember Larry's time under.
It's basically YouTube without live streaming. But since the owners of Parler and the owners of Rumble own that whole thing, and they've been blowing up in the last couple days, or last couple months, because of all the censorship. My assumption is that live streaming is not far behind. But in the meantime, if something were to happen, we will most likely, once we get our servers set up here, we will be multicasting over to D Live as well.
In front of us here is where these shots fired were, a couple. And then there's supposed to be, I'm not sure if it's East Curtis or West.
Yeah, I really don't see that, Andel. I don't see that. Now, I'm with everybody. I don't want to see Biden seated. I don't believe the American people or the legislatures are going to allow that to happen. So it's probably all for naught. But there's nothing wrong for looking into the future, and there's nothing wrong for looking at all possible possibilities. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. And the only way you're going to be prepared is by accepting all the different possibilities.
See this, we got the call on 162 West George, which is right up here. I don't know if anybody's here yet for the shooting. And then there's another call on the east.
The tank! The tank!
As long as we're this close, to see if anybody...
The tank is in the chat. What's up, brother, man? I am with you on that. Yo, I can't get over your wife's comment on that feed that got zapped by YouTube. That he's a legend in his own mind. It was flippin' hilarious. See, that's just it, though, is I don't really believe that to be true. Okay, I don't believe... Oh, did Mr. Bill finally go down, too? Or did he just freeze up?
313, X-ray Zulu, Juliet.
He might be down.
Hi. Did you hear any shots fired?
Don't know if that's restream or if that is current. We'll keep an eye on it. But it does seem like things are winding down. Again, things could pop off over in Kentucky tonight and a couple other places, so we will continue monitoring. See what we got going on here. Yeah, I'm still showing Mr. Bill live over on this other feed.
Maybe this was a previous
Looks like
incident.
France.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
We'll run over to the Curtis call.
Wow, France is a bit lit right now. Guess we'll get that up. Something to look at while we continue discussing.
Anyhow, Tom Campbell, like I said, was one of the original canine officers, and of course, instrumental in convincing me to build the canine unit back to a point that they became national champions.
Very cool.
There we go.
For all your years of service. Oh, the other thing is, Tom became
Exactly, Seattle Jeeper. Prepare for the worst, hope and pray for the best. It's all you can do.
Curtis from Oakdale, New Field,
remember Officer Tim Gilkinson, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Tom and Tim became best of friends.
She gave you a mean uppercut to the kneecap.
Gilkinson was married to a Vietnamese woman. Learned a lot of.
So, to touch back on Christopher, what platform?
This is actually,
Should I keep going? I was going to
yeah,
go that way.
it is actually tucked in right next to 52.
On the other side or this side?
I think down by.
Oh, of course. I'm sure the feed will come back up there on Rupley in a second. Latest update is on what? I mean, there was, if you're just chiming in, the shooting video in Portland was released by KPTV. I forget the man's name. One moment. KPTV Fox News 12 in Oregon released the video in the Kevin Peterson Jr. shooting. So that happened today. We had a news conference, not a news conference, but more a hearing with Rudy Giuliani and people who are representing Trump in front of Congress members and legislatures in Pennsylvania, where a lot of witnesses testified, and we got our first look at a lot of the things that they have discovered in what happened with the election.
Strike Force cars was coming. They got off the freeway, came up here to State Street, and they're going to the call. And
down in Salem, they held a stop the steal, or they're holding a stop the steal and civil disobedience against Kate Brown's lockdowns in front of the state capitol. And we are monitoring for anything else that could be coming out.
I couldn't tell another 20 numbers that would have been on the other side.
886. Can you log me out so I can log back on, please?
Now, personally, if you ask me, even if you aren't law enforcement, even if you haven't ever, even if you've never ever done it, I highly recommend that you go take the oath, to go and swear an oath to defend your Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Just be an American. Tank's wife, what up? Thank you so much. You know, another good feed that you guys should check into. A couple other good feeds, because I only go live when I see a lot of action happening. And of course when I'm available, but when I'm not up, a couple other feeds to look into. Some real patriots out there.
Yeah, it's still, like you say, a ton of
Some real patriots.
people over here. It's just a small number.
And of course my list is non-existent at the moment. But off the top of the head, go add Salty Snicker. All together, one word. Type it into YouTube. It will pop up. Salty Snicker. Salty Snickers. Yes, Salty Snickers. It's actually Snelty Snicker without an S, but even if you type in with an S, all one word, it will pop up. You will see an American flag, also previously known as Red Pilling the Masses. They are going through a lot of censorship. I recommend you add their Discord so that you can stay with them as they fight the censorship. Also, if you are on Twitch, go add that one weird girl spelt with a U. Great Patriot, fun to watch. Another protest streamer, Patriot, that I recommend, and a Zant on YouTube. Add him. All wonderful patriots, all people that I highly, highly recommend.
So we become, great friends as well, and I'm at the sheriff's
E.
office. And then
Done? What does that mean?
his 2 kids work for the sheriff's office.
No kidding.
One of his sons. So you got 3 generations there of deputy
Oh,
sheriffs.
done. You've already added them. Wonderful.
White Bear Township used to be.
Yeah, they're great. Other great patriots.
Look it up. They weren't even deputies, and eventually they merged in with the sheriff's office. But the township chose never to become an official city.
See, that's the thing that I don't understand, is that a lot of people seem to be upset that they seem to think like people don't know how to open up more than one window on their computer, or how to watch more than one feed at a time. Like, the goal here is to build up my personal goal is to build a patriot network, a network of patriots, a way of communication, a way of discourse, a way of seeing the truth and seeing what's out there. And you don't do that by trying to suppress other people. You do that by building other people up. And that's why I share great information. And so long as other patriots are on the same path, have the same idea, have the same plan, then I'm with it. Let's build each other up. The goal here isn't to be, oh, let's make a bunch of money. The goal here should be to save our country. The goal here should be to save our Constitution. That is the goal. That is what we should be doing. There's a lot of people who are in this for the wrong reasons. And it's unfortunate seeing the wrong people have control of the messaging. The goal here, I think, is pretty obvious. I think the goal here should be is very, very, very. For me, it's like there's no question. It's about saving our country. It's about saving the Constitution. I mean, there's just nothing else to say about it. And you're not going to do that by suppressing other people and keeping other people down. We build each other up, and that's it.
Here, I got some here. We run out.
People will gravitate to what they enjoy the most, but we've got to build each other up, plain and simple. This channel is called SEAL Team 711, and God damn it, if you're a patriot, you're SEAL Team 711, baby. We're all SEAL Team. It's just how it is. That one weird girl, Twitch and Facebook are not allowing me to multicast. I don't know why, but every time I attempt, it won't let me. That's why the viewership is way down today. That's why things are slow. I kind of did that intentionally because I more so just wanted to talk to a lot of the regulars, a lot of the close people. Wanted to have a more personal, happy Thanksgiving, and a little bit of a smaller conversation in between patriots alike. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to take a peek here and see if we have any other action going on.
How's it going? Black sedan, that's the best we got probably, huh? What was the shooting over on George? They figured that happened yesterday?
We'll make America great again.
Okay.
Hey, Ordo, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to SEAL Team 711.
And this house down here, is that kind of a regular place on Curtis or not?
I've never been there.
Oh.
But it's next to a couple of group homes. So,
Oh, it is.
I'm not sure if it's a group home or
All right. Well, thanks for everything.
Have
a good Thanksgiving, you guys.
One and all, y'all. Where we go one, we go all. Think about that. I mean, that's basically what we should be doing here. It's said for a reason. Where we go one, we go all. You don't do that by suppressing other people and other patriots. You do that by building them up together. Where we go one, we go all.
Technically, the police officers have the right to read it while they're driving, but we don't really like to.
SEAL Team Snicker sent ya. Ordo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the stream. And Salty Snicker, she does more of a constant type feed. She streams a lot more often, and she's got everything on all the feeds up. Like the Salty Snicker folks are really good at keeping stuff up for long periods of time. If nobody else is on, they're gonna be on. And when everybody else is on, they're going to be on too. So if you're looking for something and you can't find something out there, I know you've all been there in that situation where you're just like looking and you're like, man, there's got to be something. 2 steps. Go to Salty Snicker. Look in the description. You'll see a link for their Discord. Add it, because they will get zapped, they will disappear, and they will pop back up again with a different name. It's just how it's going to work. Very important. If you don't want to lose contact and you want to stay, get on those Discords. Make sure to follow their stuff and make sure you have a way to find them.
Now they're with the sheriff.
Great job of raising great kids, Kim Farmer, Norm's wife.
Well, look who decided to join us. Welcome, Miss Snicker. Oh wait, did I say Miss or Mrs.? I better say that right. I gotta be careful with those. I don't always pay attention.
River, the longest and biggest river in America, starts in northern Minnesota up by Itasca.
Just threw a wrench at you, Snicker. For all of you who are in here, Snicker Pie. If you don't understand, I'm telling you about Salty Snicker. Snicker Pie is in the chat. Make sure to give her some love.
For a Spare Key Foundation, Hope on the River. If you want to see what the river looks like, you can check out
Much love. Much love. Good to see you. Well, kind of see you.
I don't know how I pulled that off. He could have died several times because the wakes generated by those.
Marsha K, welcome to the chat. I see you.
Larger than your pontoon. But his boat was called the Halo.
Shiny? What's so shiny? Let me check, see if we have some other feeds that we can put up here, and then we can continue the discussion for a bit.
Washington, D.C. Oh, he does a great job of helping people that need a place to live.
175.
Anyhow, we're looking for a black sedan down here.
BCP said that he was going to be on after he was done eating at the flag wave in Salem, so we're still waiting to see if that pops up.
Oh, second squad. Checking out the Burger King.
Looks like they may have already checked it.
Is it there in the lot there? Oh, say they go to We go and check the Super of the Holiday gas station.
Good idea.
Plato, that's the next most
Good
frequent
idea.
hangout. And we don't have a ton to go on. We got 4 people, one wearing red, right?
It looks like the Thanksgiving dinner that was happening in Salem has now turned into a flag wave. I see a roof torn off of a building that's in Dallas. I am wondering if Dallas didn't have some type of a tornado. Yes, it's in Arlington, there's tornado damage. It's an EF2 tornado in Arlington, Texas.
Guy's saying he's from DoorDash.
Oh, it's a DoorDash
I
guy.
think one more mail saying he's from DoorDash.
And we're going to turn in here, take a look at the cars. Man, a black sedan we're looking for.
BCP, I know personally. We go way back, actually.
One thing about this neighborhood here is
I'm not going to tell you exactly here how or why we go back as far as we do, but he's good people. He's a good patriot. The man is legit. So if you guys didn't see, we went to the Carson City rally actually to go see Trump not too long ago. That is on the channel. There's some videos there. I actually had to fight really hard. Those videos had gotten the ban hammer by YouTube, but we fought and appealed and were able to win and get those back up. So they are there. But we will be moving all of those things over to Rumble. Rumble is uncensored. Get over there if you haven't yet.
appears like him and Tommy Boy, his front hood escaped him.
Seattle Jeeper, did you just call people troublemakers? I know a few myself.
Tommy Boy was on last night, so I happened to catch that scene where they
It's time to unite us. It is, absolutely. Oh, Marsha, was the tornado last night? Looks like it's live footage right now from a helicopter, so it looks like they're checking out the destruction after the tornado hit.
the oil can is still sitting in the oil spout. Oh my goodness. Let's see what this gentleman's doing here. Strange, huh? No plate.
See, I'm watching here to see what other feeds that we can put up here and check out.
What do you guess? Got a girlfriend in there or what?
Yeah.
We're at that part of the night.
Would your hood pop up or what? It's tied in there. That's unique. You got no plate, that's why we're talking to you.
If there's an available squad, can I get one of my calls?
Yeah, no problem. So, what are you up to? Oh, you're just waiting for him to show up? All right. What do you got planned for Thanksgiving?
At 400 Broadway, there's a male sleeping in that vehicle.
Oh, very good, very good. What do you have? What do you have, a turkey or ham? Ham? It's always a close call, isn't it? 2 hams.
Interesting.
Who's that cutie pie in the back there? The littlest one. How old is she? 3, 4? Tell her the police said hi. Thanks for waving to us. Have a good Thanksgiving. Hey, roll her window down and tell her to wave out the window to us. Look at this cutie pie up there in this car. Can you see her there?
Yeah, she's waving.
She's waving. There she goes.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. This is pretty good from Joe, I think. I think this is, hold on a second, you don't turn.
I see the soft kitty has made it into the chat. I myself heard soft kitty for the first time yesterday. I'll leave it at that.
Clear after that one.
You only get one chance to make a first impression in life.
I straight up rolled right out of bed and was like, oh, stuff happening, Portland. Hearings happening. Must get up, go live. So you guys are catching me literally rolling right out of bed here. So
Let her know that
I've been having later nights than normal as of late. I'm typically, I stay up late usually, but I've been staying up a hell of a lot later as of late. So my schedule is just all kinds of
To be afraid to approach a police officer if they're
freakered up.
you know, nervous, lost, feeling.
Yes, folks, I don't think you understand. You have
Don't want them to be
Miss
afraid to
Snicker Pie in the chat. Like, straight up. How can I put this? I'm trying to think of the right words here.
because this is St. Matthew's, right? Church.
YouTube idol celebrity in the house, folks. You should feel blessed.
Lights used to go, but when I worked over here on the west side, no matter how many times.
Yeah, if you guys have watched Red Pilling the Masses, you have absolutely seen some of Snicker Pie's and her wonderful people's content. So,
I would think there was a person standing here.
Bob is good people. I enjoy watching Bob's feeds. I don't know what's going on with Rupley and why they're not going back live. It was pretty lit over in France. See what's going on over in Oregon with Mr. Bill. Did BCP ever go back live?
Protect the Constitution against enemies foreign and domestic. God bless the police. I don't know who you are or why your foulness is coming out, but clearly you lack the
Yeah, he hasn't gone back live, at least not on his YouTube. He might have gone back out on his Facebook, but I'm not seeing that either. Folks, if you haven't had a chance yet, hit that sub button down below. I would appreciate it. We'd love to see you whenever we go live.
Southern recipe? Ah, interesting. Where are you from, Marla, again? Texas?
Yeah, I don't see him live anywhere. It's interesting because I just saw him walking around there, so I know he's there. I wonder if he's having trouble streaming. Hey, we are now live on Twitch. Oh, MK. MK is in the chat. Folks, MK is another one. MK will drop the link in the description. He is another Patriot streamer. MK, I'm sure you've heard of, oh, you know Red Pilling the Masses and Salty Snicker. Put them in your rotation if you can. Please and thank you. Great conservatives. They got to rebuild their following. They're dealing with all the censorship and crap. Give these wonderful patriots a helping hand if you could. I would appreciate it. And while you're at it, make sure to go over and add MK as well. He makes some pretty excellent videos.
What else is going on, guys?
Yes, sir. You do have a trigger.
Enjoying yourselves.
And if Andazant would come in here, I'd have him make a trigger for Salty Snicker. We will be hearing a lot.
Can't have people learn anything, so it's over there. And I think that's like an administration building or financial building or something like that over there.
Still looking around to see what else is going on out there, but
That's sad to hear. What was that? So,
oh, okay.
sorry to hear that, Rochelle. Hope they get better. Sad to say, sad to hear. Our government gets to do so much.
I'm sorry, I know I'm talking to myself from time to time. Like sitting here trying to get you all the feeds. Get all the feeds.
You know, separate them, but still allow them to sort of keep in touch with their family. If they wanted to, but unfortunately, government's so worried about kids not being in school or whatever is their main thing, you know. Pathetic. They don't understand the virus. They say they do, but they don't, you know. They understand it enough to do
No, Salty Snicker is not live. Salty Snicker is in the chat, and Salty Snicker fam is in the chat as well. Again, we're not multicasting right now. Was not planning on blowing up the algos and getting this one going. Just saw a little bit of action. Wanted to get on, see a lot of the regulars. Wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. As you probably won't see me tomorrow unless something happens.
Play with, you know, they're like, yes, I get to play and hang out with other people. Yay! I used to do this when I was in school, but now I can't do it.
Yeah, they're not live. Just add them. There could be a good chance. I have not confirmed this, but very good chance you see them whenever.
Pennsylvania hearings there.
Whenever I go down.
Republican legislature guys, kind of listening to Giuliani and the other.
Dark Skywalker. Yeah, what platform, Jay?
Pretty interesting stuff.
Is that Facebook, YouTube, Twitch? What is it?
Individuals, but also some experts about what was going on during the election or fake election, if you will, in Pennsylvania. Oh, thank you.
I've got Rupley, I've got Mr. Bill, I've got Loud Labs,
Stuff for me or whatever.
and I've got Bob.
I'll leave it once, but go to my page or whatever, click on that.
I think I got all of those.
Especially for the live events, because that's my main thing. Click on that, make sure you get notified of all live events, you know, so you're not sort of one of the last ones to find out. I didn't know, Bill, you were in.
It's on YouTube? Okay, I will look it up right now.
Getting bugged by Antifa? When did this happen? You know, but that way you can find out by hitting that live button on the event page. And while you're on that page, also click that like and follow button if you're not already like and following. And for the heck of it, guys, I'll do my commercial here too. Check out PayPal, only a Mr. Bill, Cash App, only a Mr. Bill, and Venmo, only a Mr. Bill. Mr. is spelled M-R. I know it's spelled the other way, but for this case, it's spelled M-R. Yeah, so the crazy people that run the governments in a lot of these cases and everything, and likely are atheists, or at least have some weird version of Christianity that I've never heard of. Sort of like a...
That same commercial always plays, I swear.
Take from the rich, give to the poor is the only kind of
check out my bumps.
That's not really
Buy my product.
Confesses, you know? Take from somebody to give to somebody. Those the rich give to the poor, basically, you know? Charity and things like that.
Oh. Guess it would help if I scrolled down, huh? Oops. I did not realize that they were live.
If you guys want to, please. Thank you. And go listen to what this guy's doing over here. A local guy over here. Nothing wrong with being local.
Yeah, Concrete is live. Good looking, Snickers. I appreciate that. You guys see, that's right there is a perfect example of why you build a Patriot network. We get all the information together.
God, I hate wearing glasses with a fucking mask. It's so annoying.
It's so annoying that you're always around music.
You got no shoe back there?
So fun getting copyright strikes.
I'm thinking about, I'm planning on doing like maybe like a round of Zoom interviews while we're all
Oh, MK, you think he will? You think he'll run off?
So
Tank and Tank's wife, a very happy Thanksgiving from me and all our fellow Patriots to you folks as well. I hope you guys have a huge spread ready to be put down. I hope you got all kinds of family coming over or going to go see. And I hope you all regret just how much you ate.
This is one of the ideas that got kicking around.
If you are tomorrow sitting on the couch regretting how much you ate, then you did Thanksgiving right.
Good to see ya. Yeah, so as of right now, so this is a market.
I'm going to try something new tomorrow that I've never done before, and there's a good chance I'm going to probably burn my house down. I might go live on Twitch, not on YouTube, but I might go live on Twitch tomorrow. But I'm going to attempt to deep fry a turkey. I've seen a whole bunch of terrible horror videos of what happens if you do not defrost the turkey enough and you drop it into hot peanut oil. So we're either going to turn out a beautifully done turkey tomorrow or I'm going to burn my house down. One of the two. You know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not feeling the whole 8 to 12 hour cook. I just got done making a bunch of deer jerky and whatnot. I've got so many other dishes I need the oven for. So I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna deep fry the turkey.
So it's hard to. I don't know. I would have to mute. I'd have to either.
We've got 5 gallons of peanut oil. Gonna get it nice and hot, and we're gonna drop that sucker in there and hope she doesn't blow up.
Oh shit.
Oh, I like the tip, Marsha. Slowly drop it in. I will keep that in mind. You might be able to see the mushroom club from space for sure. It's gonna, I mean, you know, when you're doing something that could potentially go wrong, you should put it on video. I mean, you definitely should.
So I know you guys can't really see it, but
so I went to go look for a fresh turkey. I was in town yesterday and it took me a hell of a lot longer to shop because I was looking for a fresh turkey and nobody had a fresh damn turkey. So, I mean, that's what I get for waiting this long. But in my defense, I do not live in town. I live deep in the woods. And it's a pretty long drive, and honestly, I hate going to town, so I avoid it. But I did procrastinate, and I waited. And, yeah, anyways, ended up with a 20-pound Butterball frozen turkey, because I could not find a fresh one anywhere. Nobody had fresh anymore. And that's my own fault. So what I ended up doing is I bought the turkey last night, frozen, and I did not put it in the fridge. I have left it out, and yeah, and it's going to continue to stay out until tomorrow. But yes, I do know that if it is not defrosted enough, do not attempt. I don't have a choice. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. That turkey's going in oil one way or another. So I'm just praying that she warms up enough. If I check her out here in a little bit and she still seems colder than normal, she might be going in the bag into the bathtub. I remember my parents doing that when I was a kid. Like I remember them putting the turkey in the bathtub and putting something on top of it to submerge it to hopefully defrost it quicker. But yeah, like I said, I might put that on Twitch tomorrow. We'll see. I gotta figure out what my fire extinguishers are. This could go really bad. Oh wait, you use fire extinguisher on oil fire? Yeah, I think fire extinguisher works on oil fire. Chalupa, that is strange. What an interesting fact. For those of you who are watching this later can't see the chat, Chalupa says, we haven't had a president with facial hair since 1913. President Taft. 1893 since the last beard, which was Harrison. That is really weird, isn't it? I think we should make it mandatory for all presidents to do No Shave November. Yeah, shoot. I absolutely agree. I think bathtub is the way to go. But typically, in my experience, when it comes to like big pieces of meat that need to defrost, if you leave them out for about 24 hours, that usually does it. Being that I bought it last night, it's been 24 hours. It's probably going to be closer to, when I say leave it out, it's not in the fridge. Like, I straight left it out. It's in the kitchen on the counter. So it should probably be all right. Guess we're going to find out tomorrow, aren't we? Arizona's a bit lit. Agent Umcraw, I see you, brother. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay, so let's see. If you're deep frying a turkey, do you deep fry the giblets inside the turkey, or do you remove the giblets? Deep fry them on the side, or do you just pull them out separate? Don't deep fry them at all, and of course put them into a gravy or something.
Hey guys, before you leave,
we've got ALX in the chat, professional turkey fryer in the chat. Oh, Christoph, or Chris? Is it Christoph? I think it's Christoph. I'm guessing. I'm assuming. But I'm sorry to hear about losing your job. I know things are really tough right now with the whole COVID restrictions and whatnot. But can totally understand that's a valid reason for shaving the beard. I don't typically have one. I'm typically pretty clean cut when it comes to it. But every November I do this. I have for the last few years. This year I was kind of on the fence about it, but then people in chat told me I wouldn't. So as I've been told, my man ego might have forced me into this decision, but here we are. But this year, there's a surprise. I've got some wisdom that came in this year, so that was new. I don't know. I think I might be kind of liking it if it fills in a little bit more. I mean, this is just 1 month, but if it fills in, and I'm allowed to trim it finally after November and clean it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. We'll see.
Hey, everyone, give your attention to Ruby.
And over on Twitch, just want to say what is good to all of that one Weird Girls people. SEAL Team 711 fam. Much love. Everybody who is multi-streaming on all their different platforms, thank you so much. Of course, that's unless you're a commie. If you're a commie, turn it off.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets.
I can get used to seeing these American flags and these Patriots in the street like this more often. Yeah, I saw that polyester. I definitely saw that. Would have been funny. Polyester says that Trump, when the two turkeys that he had to pardon today, their names were Corn and Cobb. And he's saying that they should have been named Corn and Pop. But my guess, if that were the case, those turkeys probably wouldn't have got a pardon. I don't know. I heard they were bad dudes.
That was amazing. Thank you very much, brother. God bless you. Hey, guys, can I get all the veterans to come on up here, please? Every veteran that we have, please. Bring it on up. Stand on up here, veterans. There we go. Just that. Any other veterans up there? Come on up here. Want every veteran up here. Come on, brother. Come on. There's no shame in saying you're a veteran.
That
You served for
dude
this country.
confirmed.
Come on up here.
Also, the thing, you know. Yes.
Right here, brother. Right here. Get everybody up front.
There you are.
We got that last Pennsylvania rally showing down in the bottom corner. I saw a post the other day in Discord that was hilarious. That Biden came out and said that for Thanksgiving, he was only going to have 3 people attending. And there was a comment underneath that said, "Oh, so he's throwing a Biden rally." I was like, whoa. I'm pretty sure it was a tweet or something, and I saw that comment. I was like, oh god, someone posted it in Discord. Epic.
Declare liberty, we the people!
After hearing the come on brain again, I haven't had much sleep. After hearing the it's not working, folks. It's broken. Can't work on this much sleep. After hearing the hearings today in Pennsylvania,
that's right.
I'll tell you, I've got to admit that I was kind of feeling a little down, kind of a little bummed, waiting. Like, when are we going to hear the evidence? When are we going to start hearing what happened during the election? When are we going to start understanding what happened? And that hearing happened today, and I'll tell you what, my spirits lifted right back up again. I do hear that there is a good possibility tonight on Salty Snickers channel. They will be doing a replay of that hearing. So if you missed it and want to watch it with fellow Patriots,
These are all early birds.
that will be the place to do it. Let's see what this guy's Is he not saying anything? What is he? What are you doing? Why do these streamers only show their face? Hey, was anyone watching last night? I heard at the ice facility there was some action in Portland last night. I heard that I saw a video of one of the Tifas getting tackled into a huge puddle of water. That was pretty epic. But I heard that Rosa was chased out of there while trying to live stream. But I don't know if anybody caught that or saw exactly what happened there and who did the chasing or whatnot. Oh, Star Cruise. That's... Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, did you guys see that? Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. According to my source, Star Cruise 328, if Snicker Pie gets 1,000 likes tonight, she will be repeating her performance of Soft Kitty. I don't know how reliable my source is, but I'd say reliable enough to call that breaking news. That is not something you're going to want to miss. Not going to want to miss at all. I don't know if she was arrested. The way that I interpreted it was that Rosa got chased out by her own people. I'm in so much trouble, Star Cruise, you don't even know. I know I'm in trouble right now. Clip it. Clip it. Uh-oh, I don't even want to look at that. Not gonna look at it. Not doing it. Hey, Marsha's throwing up the shots in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got them, throw them back and drink them. What the hell? Oh, speaking of the devil, somebody's ears must have been burning. Gonna get the band hammer for that? I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. I don't think it's been noticed just yet that happened, but yeah. We might be safe, folks. We might be safe. We might be okay. What's this guy screaming about?
But you ain't got him, so stop looking for him.
bro. Now, there's protests in Mexico right now, in France, Peru, Chile.
Actually, hey, he was thinking of setting up his so they're
We have a big enemy behind you. They are
Oh, wow.
enemy of the United States. Only Mr. Trump. Only Mr. Trump.
For anybody who
He can stop enemy.
follows the whole hashtag Save the Children movement, Andy No just posted a tweet.
Mr. Trump. One more year. That's exactly. The God. The God.
Well, I don't know if just, I'm assuming it's just, but oh, he tweeted, it's an article from the Post Millennial, but it's the headline reading that 4 men are identified in a Portland child sex trafficking investigation, and they have released the identities. I will not be releasing the identities here for obvious reasons, but if you are interested in that, I recommend you go check out Andy No on Twitter.
I have a dream. See the God.
I think Snicker, yeah, she definitely missed it. God, do I have the whole rewind thing enabled down there? Let's hope not, because if rewind is enabled, Star Cruise and I are both in the doghouse big time.
Stop big enemy. You know how 10 years ago, I have a law in here. I say, Communist China. They bring the danger to whole world.
Is that Wheels' brother? Dude, is that Hot Wheels' conservative brother?
40 people American die. Why? Why? American people, 240,000 people die.
Dude, his setup is legit. Shu, is that you?
China bullshit for me. Big bullshit. Extremely bullshit.
Snicker Pie doesn't even know what happened. She wasn't watching, or she had her volume off. I think we're in the clear, folks.
American first. First around in the world. America.
Oh, wow, you were kicked off of Twitter? Tank's wife?
I want to tell the government here, Arizona government, you must open the
Tank,
mind.
what you should do, or Tank's wife, what you should do is you should join our Discord. That's... It's an intimate gathering tonight, so we'll keep it simple. But what I'll do is I'll put the link to the Discord.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's the link to our Discord right there. Go ahead. That is an invite only. It is a timed link, so you must join pretty quickly. The goal there is we keep our Discord clean and free of the trolls. They get the ban hammer. So, but if you go over there, I will share that link for you over in the Discord in our news and articles channel.
Gonna give it a minute and let people get up in here.
10 years ago. 10 years ago. Not today. Not today.
How you doing?
10 years ago.
Go ahead, man.
Thank you.
Marsha K, welcome to the Discord. Welcome.
I'm sorry. I'm begging. I have only one left.
Somebody needs to probably clip what we did and send that to the Snicker Pie. We're gonna be in big trouble. But
I'm brethren. I have only one love. 79-pound weight. But I know everything. Everything. The future, 10 years.
Infidel, thank you. I worked pretty hard on our Discord. Again, right now it's just an invite only. It's more for the very close Patriots. But it's a pretty nice Discord. We worked a lot on it, put a lot of time into it. So the goal here is, or at least the game plan that I had, transitioning from the platform that I was on before, is basically to get everything up and running smooth and making sure that we have everything under control before opening it up. So we've worked hard on that.
So he's got one lung. He's pretty pissed though.
This is my real talk. I want to come in here. I want to tell everybody, where is the American soy?
Oh my God. When I just realized that there was somebody that I didn't... How did I not invite you yet? Why am I thinking that you should have already been there?
Canada is not doing anything good.
Oops.
8 years and the Vice President is not doing anything better.
And Tank's wife has made it over as well. Wonderful. Great Patriots. Glad to see all of you.
Congress is nothing. Mr. Trump, only 4 years. Check around the world.
It would be a darn shame if someone posted a link in the Discord to Soft Kitty. Just saying. It would be a darn shame.
That's fine. You're doing good. That's okay.
Wonderful. Yes, Tank's wife, if you go on over, you'll see the link in the news articles channel. You'll see that link that I was talking about.
One more year. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, I am a nice person.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that angry face tells me, I'm telling you. Trouble, straight trouble. Hi, RG.
All right. All hats off, and I don't think a single person's kneeling because we love our country. Woo! I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, things are falling. That's okay. Thank you for picking those up. I greatly appreciate that. All right, if anybody's behind here by the Liberty Bell, come on over. Oh, thank you. Yeah, just set those there. Those are good. Thank you very much, everyone. Well, anyways, welcome.
All right, so
Trump. I don't know if you saw what happened in Washington.
Are you breaking news here, Snicker? Are you telling me that you're not? If you get 1,000 likes tonight, you're not going to sing Soft Kitty?
That the media declares
Is that what I'm hearing? Is that the news that you're breaking?
By the way, Obama was the one that made up the Electoral College, or not the Electoral College, the Electoral Office. It doesn't exist. Yep. Time is in our hands. No, Trump is still our president. Biden is not. He will never be. America is a land of a free nation. America is a land of patriotism, of spirit, and of pride. We won the Revolutionary War. We won the Civil War. And we won many other wars between and around that. And we will win again. This is our 7076. It's time to just... Republicans, if you call yourself a patriot, the Republican Party is done. There is too many rhinos.
I mean, we had breaking news earlier. My source told me that was the case. I was told that Sticker Pie was absolutely, at 1,000 likes, going to be doing a backup rendition to Soft Kitty. That's what my source told me. It was breaking news. Are we being told that is not true?
They're tyrants. They're tyrants. And our Constitution declares hanging by the neck for any tyranny. And I don't endorse violence, but damn, I'm pretty close to doing something now. Because you know what? We're going to fight. Yeah, we're going to fight fire with fire. Because we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure
Trump just tweeted at 3:17, so about 30 minutes ago, that Data Group exposes widespread mail-in ballot fraud.
To ourselves and our posterity, do ordain this Constitution of the United States of America.
And the official tweet that Trump put out there is that it is his great honor to announce that General Michael T. Flynn has been granted a full pardon. Congratulations to General Flynn and his wonderful family. I know you will now have a truly fantastic Thanksgiving. And I think everybody in here knows for a fact that General Flynn absolutely deserved that pardon.
Every single day. Guys, we've been out there for 10 days, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night.
What? The tank with the $10 dono? Are you freaking kidding me?
Great party. We do some fun chants. We wave our flag.
What? How did
We're out there. It's actually affecting things. You guys.
Man, you, sir, are a true patriot. Thank you so much. I am so humbled. You guys are too good to me. Every last bit of those donos and any support that you guys give to this channel is going to go into creating a bigger and larger Patriot network and to continue building forward and growing. And it is much, much appreciated.
And the swamp will continue to get drained. Trump has been planning this for years. He is a smart man. He knows who to trust. He is in there. But one question I got, even though I think Trump knew something up, was with him. Where the hell
what
is
am I
the
vaping on?
Where the hell is the GOP?
This one
Trump
is
missed out for half these people. Yeah, they're in
a
the basement.
killer custard honeydew.
Yes.
That's right. President Trump fought 4
Let's see
years
if
for every
the
one
bots
of you
here have
to feel
been
the blows.
stupid, but
It's
let's
time to
replay
step
that
up
real quick.
And show him your support for one time, for God's sakes. Yeah. One time, ladies and gentlemen.
I need beer. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless.
I had my volumes turned down here, so I missed it when it popped up. So, gotta hit it with the replay. Tank, you, sir, are a legend. I know your wife will say you are a legend in your own mind, but you, sir, thank you very much.
This guy right here, too. I just met him. I don't know what his radio stuff is, but this guy's cool, too. So, Sean Campbell. Sean Campbell, yeah. They're real media. We like them. We like them, yeah. But, anyways, you guys, and I know we all know this, but we need to constantly encourage each other.
No, I hit the replay on it.
Truly stand for this, and I know you know what.
Because I missed it. I don't believe there was a second one.
This flag is more than just material sewn together. The colors represent something. The red is the bloodshed, the white is the purity, and the blue
But
is
folks,
the grace.
you don't just have to do donos in order to support. There's lots of different ways to support. You can follow the other Patriot streamers that I mention throughout the stream.
And he said,
you could just hit that like button. You could hit that sub button. And if you
Hamilton.
want
But
to
you
get
know
something
what?
back in
Mother.
return for your
But
donations,
anyways,
well,
I still applaud them because not all of them, but there was a good.
you can head on over to SEALTEAM711.com and get you some SEAL Team merch and make sure that you can represent. We've got all kinds of wonderful stuff over there. Not just SEAL Team merch. We've got some wonderful Patriot clothing and things as well. All that and more. SEALTEAM711.com.
Do our research.
So many ways to support. I appreciate you all.
All right. But you guys, we truly have to know what is at stake. This is the greatest country. We can't lose it. This country, this flag, has been through hardship. It's seen tears. It's seen death. But you know what? It's also seen victory. George Washington had a small army. George Washington had a small army for the Revolutionary War, and what was cruel, in July 4th of 1776, after we declared our freedom from the British, guess what? They didn't just say, okay, cool, we're done here and there. No,
Looking at the analytics.
The Revolutionary War was an 8-year war, you guys.
Shadow ban life today.
They still fought, and they still stood. And even when Biden is not our president. When Trump
Has Dark
reclaims
Sky
that office
Watcher
for
been
4 more
doing that?
years, keep
Yeah,
fighting.
I'll add him to my list.
Keep standing for this country because the Patriots are who built this country. We love America. We understand our freedoms. The Constitution, the Declaration, the Bible is the greatest and most sacred documents in our entire world history. We must preserve and protect them. I didn't serve in the military, but even if you didn't, we as citizens have a duty to uphold and defend this Constitution, to defend the Declaration, and guess what? George Washington
She was doing the same thing yesterday.
George Washington hated corrupt government, and even though the White House wasn't built then, he didn't want to stay in a White House.
Doesn't look like she's doing anything protest related, so
he knew it. This is why our founding fathers created the
remove
electoral
that.
system. The government serves us.
Infidel, thank you for being here, brother. I hope you have a wonderful I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
And if our silver war breaks out more, you better Nancy Pelosi's the first one I'm going after. I'm just saying.
Are you saying Chalupa, are you saying we need a SEAL Team Smokers shirt?
Have enough votes to stay Speaker of the House. Yeah! She's gone, baby!
The Tank with the share on Parlor. Thank you so much, sir.
You gotta love
Trump
that
is
one.
draining the swamp. Trump stands for America. And hey, Jake, you want to hold this? Thank you. I want to read something. It's going to take me like 10 seconds to find it. But I want to read something that Donald Trump said, and I think it's just so cool, but give me a few seconds to bring it up, y'all. It's buried on my phone somewhere. But this man, I know y'all know this, but this man truly is amazing. He understands American values, and you know what? I started to do research on this man in 2016. And for those that don't know, a few days after 9/11, guess what? Trump stepped out of his tower. Trump took about 5 employees. He put on scrawny clothes. Donald Trump, a few days after 9/11, was there picking up Rumble himself. This man loves America so deeply much. And hold on, there it is. Okay, wait, we're finding it. Wait, that's the wrong one. Just kidding. Oh, here it is. Okay. So Donald Trump said this, and it's cool. When the Pilgrims landed in Plymouth, they prayed. When the founders wrote the Declaration of Independence, they invoked our Creator 4 times. Because in America, we don't worship government, we worship God. It is why our currency proudly declares, "In God we trust." We are one nation under God. The next generation of American leaders never give up. There will be times in your life where you will want to give up. Never give up. Never stop fighting. Carry yourself with dignity and pride. To the people that tell you it's impossible, that it can't be done, the more you should be determined to prove them wrong. Treat the
train
word
accident in
impossible
Houston
as
is
nothing
what
more
I'm
than
seeing here.
motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. The more a broken system tells you that you are wrong, the more certain you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. My fellow Americans, our greatest discoveries are not yet known. Our greatest adventures are not yet shut out. And my fellow Americans, the best is yet to come. Donald J. Trump! All right, well, before I pass the mic over to this amazing man, hey, We love Trump. 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 Woo! Hey, I think you all know his typical saying. We will make America strong again.
So did they cancel the Thanksgiving Day parade?
Again. We will make
I'm assuming they did.
safe again.
Does anybody have info on that?
Make America great again. Okay, I don't know how well it's going to go through, but how about we, this amazing young lady here said we should do the, can you sing? Oh, you can sing? Oh, yay, that's awesome. This amazing lady is going to do our national anthem. Hats off! Hats off!
I, however, would like everyone to sing with me. This is not about me. This is about
We do
us.
love him.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's
They did.
what's so proud
Well, like I said, I plan on being on Twitch tomorrow. If I do the deep fry of the turkey or whatever, just in case something horrible happens, we're gonna go ahead and probably go live on Twitch for that. Same SEAL Team 7-Eleven. But for anybody who might be live streaming any of the protest rallies, whatever you want to call them, riots, whatever, it would be pretty intelligent for the algorithms on YouTube if you just happen to label your video Thanksgiving Day parades. It'd be very interesting to see what happened to your video if you did that. There's going to be a lot of people looking. Oh. I'd stand, but you'd look right at my shirt. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people tomorrow looking for Thanksgiving Day parades and searching that in the algo. So if you're going live tomorrow, it'd be very interesting to see what happened if you labeled your video that.
Yes, they do. So let's try that again.
Great way to possibly get out to the Patriots.
You guys,
like I said, my multicasting is down for some reason. Gotta look into that and find out what's going on.
Your hope, they're trying to take away.
But it's been slow for everybody as of late. It's been real slow. Not too much out there going on. Not too many streamers out and about.
Victories that the Mockingbird media refuses to report. There has been proven to be 1.8 million.
I think you do very well with it if you did. And when people say, hey, where's the parades? Be like, hello, do you not see these parade protests? They're everywhere.
So with that said, that's 1.8 million people, dead people voting in 29 states. That's 353
Since nobody else is going to be labeling their video Thanksgiving Day parade.
And they have registered voters. Yep. That is a win for us, ladies and gentlemen, because we can bring them down for fraud. Yep. Dominion has ties to Venezuela, to Cuba, to China, to Germany, to the
Most of everything that I'm seeing right now seems to be mostly international stuff.
Dominion literally deleted 2.7 million votes for Trump. Can you believe that?
Not too much
in Pennsylvania,
going on in the U.S.
221,000 votes from Trump to Biden, and they deleted 941,000 votes for Trump. Yep. Dominion whistleblowers are coming forward. People have complained for years about the system. Even the corrupt Democrats have complained about Dominion, you guys. So the fact that all this stuff is coming out about Dominion is a victory! of fraud, you guys, with security officials present here in Arizona.
Quite a few people here, guys.
The evidence will prove that the same pen was used on all these fake ballots.
Yeah, a lot of those feeds are starting to go down.
Fingerprints all over these ballots.
Yeah, put the word parade in quotes. That absolutely.
And they got caught! Okay, we're not shutting it down. We're going to hold our ground. We're going to keep the line.
Did they really just make him turn the mic?
This is my mic right here. Yeah. I'm going to the voter place. That's where we can speak, at the voter place down the road. That's...
Yeah, BPC never came back on.
I'm going to finish. I will not be shut down. I will not be shut down. These ballots, these Trump ballots, they've been found in ditches. They've been found in...
Also got to figure out the bots have not been working the way they're supposed to. I've got to do some research and figure out what's going on. The bots are not on fire. Oh my God, Chalupa, that's probably not a bad idea. It is amazing how many thousands of dead people voted in this election. It's crazy. You know, that was another one of the inconsistencies that we heard today during the hearings, was that they noticed that people who have been inactive on the voter rolls since the 1990s, and in a lot of cases even later than that, but who didn't vote for Obama, who didn't vote for Hillary, who didn't vote for Bush, who didn't vote for Clinton.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
We're talking people who were all the way back
Cool, this week cool, but not today, huh? Yeah, not today.
from the 1990s, all of a sudden have become active on the voter rolls, and surprise, surprise, take a wild guess who they voted for.
But the dude with the speaker microphone gets on fire. Yeah, I hear you. That was kind of bullshit. He's kind of bored. Yeah, I can go sit
Thanksgiving parade? Oh, Thanksgiving parade. Parade. I had to read it a couple of times. I was like, what?
I said, can we go way down over there? He goes, yeah. He goes, we can go up the speaker.
Yeah, I highly recommend you watch that hearing today. I know there's been a lot of stuff with Rudy on lately, but what happened today in Pennsylvania was really important. It was something that you should absolutely go check out.
We have Katie Haas as an infiltrator, Doug Ducey as an infiltrator, and I don't know about you, I don't buy the Mark Kelly beat.
Oh, damn.
Alright guys, so this gentleman here with the speaker, I've been running around with him since last Saturday, doing all these events. They just essentially shut him down. Can't use the speaker out here.
We'll see how long it takes this person to notice.
It was great last weekend, it was great on Wednesday, but today for some reason they just don't want it because they're looking at the people turning out. This event hasn't even started yet. These are the early ones.
It's a lot of people in Arizona. We got that one weird girl down in a bottom corner there.
Okay, listen up, I'm almost done. Keep talking! Corruption is plain to say here in Arizona, which means if we expose it in Arizona, we can give the rest of the country a template for all over the nation, so maybe we can take our country back! I want you guys to remember the envelopes that were given to the Clintons, to Joe Biden and the Bushes, at the Donna H.W. Bush funeral. I want you to remember I'm just trying to silence us, and it will be served again! No retreat! No surrender! Hey, how we are going to...
What is that one weird girl up to? I'm telling you, if you guys follow her on Twitch. She is a Patriot. She is on Twitch live right now. She is SEAL Team 711 certified.
Damn, there's a lot of people over there still coming.
She's always doing something crazy. It's on Twitch. It's definitely allowed. She just doesn't realize we have her up yet. Might have to chime in real quick. I'm waiting. Oh my God. She got hiccups going from all of her White Claws. Ah! That was really loud. Sorry.
We got to show them that we have a permit.
Who seeks to exploit
the police
and our resources.
and the sheriff and the rangers. They're right here. The rangers back here.
Yeah, notice those.
Telling you, she puts some hilarious stuff on. She's a Patriot. She's SEAL Team 711 certified. But if you're on Twitch, she's always got some funny content going on. You will definitely be laughing. As well as Salty Sticker, make sure to add, if you're over on Twitch, that one weird girl. She's in our Discord on the regular.
You are making history as you stand here now. And when we end the corruption here in Arizona,
what is going on in Portland? Concrete.
In Arizona, I will see to it personally, and I certainly hope that's the case for you guys as well. When we end the corruption here in Arizona, we end up affecting the entire country. Because this is the Wild West, baby. Are you going to let Mark Kelly take your guns? No! Are you going to accept the Mockingbird's media's narrative that Joe Biden won Arizona?
Hell no.
Did you guys know that we have a less than 8,000 vote gap between Trump and Biden?
Oh God, she's restreaming us, restreaming her. And she says she's drunk. Oh my God. Yeah, we couldn't tell. We had no idea. That was breaking news. We had no idea. Much love, that one weird girl we saw had to come chime in.
I'm at your service, sir. So they just shut down audio 100%.
Oh, did I miss some guy? An eyelash guy? You're getting some internet feedback. I don't think she realizes that she has it paused and it's not actually playing. Hell above? What?
Hey, listen up, listen up. Hey guys, how are you? Hey, listen.
How did I miss this eyelash guy? And why did like 2 feeds drop?
We're gonna set up in
Or no, I guess it's just Loud Labs that went down, huh?
We got speakers, we're gonna set up. Regardless to set up there. We're gonna set up there. Everybody let's move over there. We're gonna have a great event today. We're gonna set up for America. So join me and go across that way.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Come here, follow me.
Holy cow, we got 47 likes, 48 likes. What the hell? Y'all are on fire. This is just a very, very calm, quiet feed for today. Like I said, just to kind of chime in on the state of things and to say much love to all of you for Thanksgiving. But y'all is straight fire. Thank you. All right, send me eyelash guy. I've got to see what eyelash guy is. That one weird girl. How many drinks have you had? You must tell us. How many White Claws are you in? I hear guys that have names that start with S though are pretty epic. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there.
No, we have to fight. We have to fight. We got to fight for our rights.
Do me a favor, everybody, hit that like button and share the video on all your different social media pages. Let's get some people out there.
A lot of people here know that I am half Chilean from Chile, South America. They recently just voted to redo their constitution down there, which isn't looking very good, but I am seeing a lot of protests because of it. I'm seeing action in coming out of Chile. So, something to watch for.
He's cruising on the outskirts way out there.
Nobody cared last night. Keep talking. Keep talking. Are you going to let them demoralize you? Are you going to let them tell you
Look at that sea of flags all the way out there to the tree line.
Are you going to let them dictate?
Where's Bob at? Bob looks like he went out into the boonies, like on a logging road or something.
Go! Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This is psychological warfare. Yes! They're trying to demoralize us. Go! They're trying to demoralize us. They're trying to take away our freedom. Telling us to move. We don't move. This is our country. I don't like it. The last politician that said they were going to call me back. Are we going to give them confusion and chaos? No! Are we going to give them what they want? No! You guys, if you have a right to speak, then you have a right to speak. Hey, let me tell you something.
I see his one feed. I've been trying to find it.
We have unalienable
We got some stuff going on if I can find it.
We have the freedom to assemble.
Oh, maybe I'm spelling it.
We have the freedom to practice whatever religion we want, guaranteed by the First Amendment. Free men don't ask for permission! Just in case the first one... I didn't have a problem last week.
Just troublemakers.
We have an opportunity to reverse our nation.
We know everything we do here.
And they're waiting to go talk to the thing right now, to the captain, but they're not allowing us to do a PA system. And it's just like they said we can go across the way instead of that, but all the people don't want to move because they feel like they're being told what to do. Nobody wants to tell what to do.
That we have a permit for over there, not over here. You guys know the courtyard over there with the arrows over to you?
No, they didn't have the problem. Right here.
I'm not saying to move. I'm not saying to move. What I am saying is that we have the freedom to speak, we have the freedom to assemble, and we don't need no motherfucking permit from no fucking government.
You guys also noticed that Joe Biden came out and purposely gave his Thanksgiving Day address to the nation, which he's not president yet, but he still came out and did it. And he also timed it to where he did it during the press conference that was happening earlier. That one weird girl. How many drinks are you in? Did I miss when you said it? I've got to know how many Thanksgiving drinks you got down. A lot of vodka. We got to know how many. But yeah, Biden put his
For all the blessings you have given us, thank you for helping us take
did
back
his
our country.
just happened to give his Thanksgiving Day address while that press conference was going on in Pennsylvania. Pretty interesting on the timing on that.
I'm almost done. Sorry. Thank you, divine creator God, creator of heaven and earth. Thank you for blessing us with this beautiful day. Thank you for
gonna put this up
corruption in our state apparent and obvious, so that we may
just for mostly the headline. And this is what Trump had just tweeted about. That data scientists in Pennsylvania claiming that 47 USB cards are missing. Those USB cards have votes on them, and they're just plain flat missing. So Trump just tweeted about it. I'll put it up here temporarily. But as you can see, breaking video, mind-blowing testimony. This is, again, from that press conference that happened. But 47 USB cards. Those USB cards containing votes. Lots and lots of votes. They're just straight missing. We'll just go after the first paragraph here. Yes, that's part of the stunning testimony today from Gregory Strensom that exposed the blatant voter fraud in Pennsylvania. Mr. Strensom isn't just a poll watcher, but is a data scientist and forensic computer scientist and an expert in security and fraud. He knows exactly what he's talking about when it comes to fraud using data. Several video clips below are of his expert analysis and questioning the 2020 election, and it is truly mind-blowing. Anyways, that link is in the Discord and Freedom Central. I will also copy it and post it in the news and articles
We're going to go get a
section.
shot on the Trump train.
We're going to be moving back to Gilbert.
Thank you, Devs to Brian, for posting
big
that.
protest here. Sounds like Proud Boys are going on over there.
Oh man, did I just do what I think I did? We'll find out. No, I'm fine.
Well, this street's shut down.
And that's now in the news and articles channel over at the Discord if you want to read the rest of that article.
Hold on, guys.
Laying off the White Claw. Traded it out for the vodka.
Ooh, how can you even say shit about that? Fire up some freedom.
Of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from the sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Will is right in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say.
It's a good question, Tank's wife. I don't. I think the Proud Boys are in the trees. I think Star Cruise has got it right. Snicker, it's very interesting that you say that. I remember my father when I was younger, he would play this. Play this song. He was, my father's a very patriotic man. He remains that way today.
So we got hundreds.
You could say he raised his son right.
Hundreds of people over there. Hundreds of people out over there.
In a lot of regards.
Jump out on a limb
But
here,
yeah.
and I'm gonna say there's about 3,000
Great
people
song.
here
Absolutely
right now.
great
It's
song.
Still early.
Worth the copyright.
The actual
Smack me
protest
with
hasn't
it.
even started yet. The official time for it. These are all early people.
What is going on in Portland? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's going on in Portland. See what kind of feeds we
Half
have
the crowd
here
wants to stay
going
over there.
on.
They don't want to be told to move. The other
Again,
half
a
is
lot
over
of the
here with the
stuff
speaker.
here. Oh, we got another Portland feed.
All people did a head patrol for famous year. Try again. Right. Famous year. Let the dream famous year. Famous year. Famous year. Famous year. Famous year.
Freedom is not free. We have to united together to support President Donald Trump. 4 more years. 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 We, he's the only president in the White House to care about us, and he's the only one. 4 more years for President Donald Trump. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. Freedom is not free. We far away from Vietnam since 1975. And thank you, this United States of America, to take care of us. And we are here. We together. We fight for our freedom. 4 more years.
Yeah, I think you're right with that, Seattle Jeeper. I think Lee would give us permission. I think he absolutely would. Loam Slice, Tsunami inbound. Yeah, that's good old Portland, Oregon there for you. We've also got Chris Adez on a separate stream who's there as well recording the same thing, but that's Portland. Let's chime in. As long as we're not playing anything copyright, we'll listen in for a second.
Hey, how are you? I like your eyelashes.
Is everyone having a good day today? We out here. It's a little rainy, it's a little sprinkly. Don't worry, my face isn't going to melt off yet. All that Oregon sunshine. Just that Oregon sunshine. There was a little bit of sun today. I almost went out tanning. And yes, black people can get tan. You can follow me on Instagram at flawless.shade.
Flawless.shade on Instagram. Hey, if it's a connection issue, I have a wireless hotspot. If you
No, it's the sync the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Wes, welcome. It's a lot of different stuff going on. We've got Dark Sky Watcher. I guess it would probably help if I actually like put the names. I'll have to start putting the cities in there so you know. But over here, this is Portland or Salem, Oregon. Dark Sky Watcher is Arizona. We've got New York right here. This, I don't even have to tell you. You should just know that's Portland. They work hard at keeping it weird. Concrete is also at the same place, so that's the second feed from Portland. We got Bob on patrol. I forget where he's at, but he drives all over the place, basically chasing the police scanner. We got that one weird girl. She is from Sacramento. She's currently restreaming us and has kicked back a few beverages. SEAL Team 711 certified. We've got much love for that one weird girl. If she wasn't acting weird, she wouldn't be that one weird girl. Nothing but love for her. And it sounds like Portland's doing what Portland does. Is that Wheels? Hot Wheels there? People got tails? Oh, Chalupa, thank you. So Bob is in Minnesota. Uh-oh.
Well, I guess big feet isn't really a problem.
No, don't do that. Oh, God.
So, what's the verdict? EOL? What is it? They're performing right now. Are you driving or what? You're getting liquor or beer? Liquor. Oh, okay. Okay. And pizza? No, because by that time we're gonna come. You can get it delivered. Why don't you get pizza delivered? Roxy does all the time.
Yeah, I think I'd rather listen to the Patriots.
For us for 4 years.
The volumes.
Longer than
People
4
seriously
years.
need to work on their volumes.
This shirt that I'm wearing right now is about child sex trafficking, and people ask, why are you fighting so hard for President Trump? I said, because he fought for our children harder than any president has ever fought for them.
Yeah.
And so in this marathon that we're in, I ask you guys to bring it
Sorry,
together.
I can only listen to so
united
much
as
Soy
one.
Toy
I
Bandcamp
know
before
we
my
all have
brain
different
feels like
views
it's
on
going
how
to
we wanna go
explode.
about things and things we want
And
to
in
do.
Portland-
But trust me when I tell you, from the war room down and messages that I've
Soy
got from
Toy
the top
Bandcamp.
of the GOP, they are fighting.
Just
And
never
we have a
stops.
good chance.
Did
Trust
we
me
lose
when I
that
tell
one
you
weird
that.
girl?
I know there's a lot of things we're waiting on, but it's exciting when we have a lot of evidence, and it's going to end up going to the courts. And we're going to allow the legal system, the judicial system, to protect this land. Join me in this chant. ACB, 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 ACB.
We filled that seat.
Everything happens for a reason, my friends. Everything happens for a reason. Amy called me
Not
back.
sunny in Portland?
Amy called me
It's
back.
starting to get dark. You have to remember that a lot of these
That's what
cameras have
ACB
that
stands
night stuff.
Just know that
But
President Trump plays a couple
I'm
moves
looking
ahead.
outside. It's still light out.
Okay? That's why he was out golfing the other day.
We're going to pass out.
While we're all sitting there stressing, he was
she
like,
probably
"Four."
needed to.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
4
not
more
showing her
years.
his live anymore.
4 more years. 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 Now, if you guys would join me, we have a couple of things I like to lead with at every rally. We're going to have some people coming
She has
up.
disappeared
We're
to
gonna
find
share
more
some
White Claw.
views and things that we want to go forward on. But like I said, I think it's important that we keep touching back to the base points here. And number one, that starts with prayer. So if you guys would all take off your hats and bow your heads with me and join me in prayer. To whomever you pray to, it doesn't matter. We have people of all
pit crew
religions.
changing
We
his
are
oil
the
for
party
him?
of the people out here. We are Americans. We pray for all Americans. We pray for everybody here. So please bow your heads and join me in prayer. God, we thank you for giving us the strength to be here today. We thank you for giving us the will to fight.
Oh, Arizona, you think Dark Sky's a loop? Yeah, Dark Sky might be a loop, guys.
Protect our children from the evil that's
When I
come
checked
upon
earlier,
them.
he was live.
Lord, it's discerning to me that our children can't even roam the streets freely these days. So we are praying to you here today. Not to
Interesting.
get greedy,
It
'cause
still
Lord, if
shows in
anything,
his
we push away
live
from you.
with
We push very far
10
away
people
from
watching.
you.
I think
We've
he's
allowed that.
restreaming
But
himself.
Lord,
That's
we're
what's
asking
going
that We're
on.
telling you we want to come
So he's
closer to you.
restreaming
We're
what
asking you
happened
to come
earlier
closer to
today.
us. Humble our hearts. We've taken for granted what the United States of America is. It's clear and evident.
And I'm
we've
seeing
taken
here
for
that
granted what America is.
there is going to be a
But Lord,
Trump
as we pray
train
to you,
MAGA
As we
run
open our hearts to you, we ask you to bless our country once again.
at the Capitol,
That's
according to
asking a lot,
Dark
Lord,
Sky
we know that.
Watcher
That's asking a lot.
74. So that's something
But we
to
tell
watch
you
for.
that we will
See,
learn
the thing
lessons
is,
from
what
what
you'll
you're trying to
notice
teach
is
us
that
right
a
now.
lot of these protests and stuff have started
But every
to
situation
transition
comes a lesson, and we're
from
aware of that. And Lord, just
the
give us
BLM
lesson
people.
in
They
our
don't.
hearts.
They're not streaming as much anymore because they're
Lord,
chasing
today
out
as
their
we
own
stand
people. They
here
don't
in
want to
front
be
of
on
you on this
video. They've
beautiful
had
day
enough of their
that you
people
bless us with,
prosecuted that they're
we
really
ask you
shying against
to
people
get rid of the
videotaping them.
anger
So they're
and the
really
hate
starting
and the
to
jealousy
not
and the corruption
want
in every part of
any
the
type
United
of
States and in
videoing.
every heart
In the
of
meantime,
United
it's the
States.
Patriots and stuff that are coming out.
Lord, we have been so torn up and divided,
And
especially from
with the
media.
Patriots coming out,
And Lord, we just want to unite with our brothers. We
you're
don't
going to
care if
notice
we have
that
different
most
views.
Patriots have jobs
That's what
and
America
have
is.
lives
You've
that they
given
have
us
to
that
attend
freedom
to.
of choice. But Lord,
And
give us
so
that
you're
patience
going to
and
see
that
them
fight in our
mostly
heart
on
to
the
bring our brothers and
weekends
sisters
and
together.
holidays.
Allow
That's
this-
when they
allow
come
this
out. So you're going to
nation
start
come
seeing a
together.
transition here to where a lot of the
Allow
protests and
people
stuff
to
that,
unite once again,
unless they're
that we can be
tremendously
strong, one
large
nation
scale,
under God.
are going to happen on the
We seem to
weekends.
be in a fight
That's
for
when
our
we're going to start
lives.
seeing stuff. And I'll tell you,
There are people
with the State of the
across
Union the way it
world that
is,
are begging and hoping and praying that we continue
these
to
are only
fight
going to grow and
because their country
intensify,
is
and the
lost.
calls
We are the
for
hope for
fairness
people
and for
around the world, and we
democracy
know
and for
that,
the
Lord.
Constitution to be
But it
respected,
is
they're
to
only
you,
going
the
to
only, the
grow.
Almighty, the
So,
all-powerful, that can guide us
with the
and give
holidays
us that
being
power
here
once
and
again.
the weather being bad,
Lord, we ask you to give
I
us
do
the
expect
blessings
it
of
to kind of
America
slow
once
down to the
again, not only
weekends.
so that we can help all of our fellow Americans, but that we can continue to help thy neighbors as we
But with everything
always
that's
done
going
around
on,
the
I
world.
wouldn't be surprised if we don't see
You
any
say
type
when
of
you
a false
bless us to
flag.
give.
I do
Well, we want to go back to that.
I do
Lord.
fully expect
We are sinners. We are not perfect.
that
We've taken for granted what America is.
they're going to wait to
But in this
release
time, Lord,
the
we stand before
vaccine
you
until
because we
Biden can
cannot
try
watch
to
our
come in
country
there
go
and
down
say,
to
"Oh, I did
drugs
it."
and sex trafficking
So watch for that.
and corruption
But
and evilness.
if he gets in
and
there,
people that
my
have
guess
greed
is
and
that's
bad
what they're going to
agendas
try
for
to
the world.
pull or push. But we all know the truth there. We know
Praying
exactly
for
where
you
those
to
vaccines
protect
came
us, to
from.
guide
We
us,
know
to guide
exactly
each and
why
every
they were done in
person
record
here,
time.
and each
We
and
know
every person
exactly
fighting.
who was behind
And
it
Lord,
all, and we knew
ultimately,
the media
we pray
was
for
lying
President
about
Donald
it the
J. Trump.
entire time. So
He has been
all
fighting
things
for
to
us
keep
for
an eye
40
on.
years. Lord, we know he's not perfect, but he's been the best president that we've had.
But
and
I
we
do
feel that.
believe we're going to see a lot of this stuff starting to.
Lord, it's to you who can continue to give him the strength.
I think the protests, we're going to see them kind of slow down a little bit.
And big pharma, and
then I think we're going to start
and the
seeing
media,
them ramp
and
right
everybody
back
that's
up
against
again,
him, Lord. I can
especially
only
around
imagine the burden.
January.
Please
So
release
that's
the
something to
burden from
watch
his
for.
shoulders. Please, it's you that can only do that.
That
Lord,
Seattle
as we
Jeeper,
proceed
that
forward,
might be Big Mike.
We trust in your answer.
Yeah,
We
see,
know that
there
this is
you
gonna
go.
be
There's
difficult, we know
J.A.
that
For
there's a
example,
fight being
he's a
fought.
patriot,
And Lord,
but he
whoever
has
you
a
decide to be
career that
president,
he has to attend to. So he is a weekend Patriot warrior. gotta put food in your mouths and stuff first, you know, and that's why you see a lot of these events that happen with the Patriots on the weekend, because they've got chops. And that's why you see when the Tiefers are out, the Antifers, Pantifas, when you see them out, it's at all hours, all days, all everything, and that's why you hear people saying, "Get a job." There's everybody's favorite, Miss Carissa. And of course, I'm sure we're getting copyrighted right about now. Oh, that's how I find that one. Okay. Interesting.
Like my scarf? I'm wearing like 3 layers today.
It's Ma'am Tifa.
Notice the mask? Matches my mask.
Aha. So, funny story or true story or whatever you want to call it. This next feed that I'm popping up there for y'all to see, to replace Dark Sky with it, it's coming from Mexico City. And I actually lived in Mexico City for about 5 years. That's where I learned Spanish, actually.
A local Portland small business. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Jailbreak. That was the name of it. It was the same place.
A story that I'll get into more in depth another day. But yeah, I lived down there, spent a lot of my teenage years there, and the place that they're at right now is called El Zócalo. And Zócalo is basically their downtown area. It's a big, huge square where people meet. The presidential palace is right there. They have a big, huge flag with where the Mexican flag is. Right down the street from there, actually, is a place called Bellas Artes. It's an art museum. I used to go by there all the time. They also have a statue not too far away from there in the Zona Rosa, which is the pink zone, known as the Ángel of Independencia. And that statue now has a whole bunch of steps that you have to walk up to get up to that big statue. But that Mexico City was actually built on a big lake. And they have constant earthquakes there, but the city is actually sinking. They actually built the city, the downtown area, on wooden planks.
Where are you streaming from?
And the city has been sinking over generations. So every so many years, they have to add another step. But when they first put that statue in, it was level with the ground, so you can see just how much the city has sank over the years. But where that statue sits, if you look at the Mexican flag, you'll see there's a cactus with a bird on it eating a snake. And the founder of Mexico, when he came over the mountain range and he saw the lake down in the middle, I can't remember who he was with, but he told him, that's where I'm going to build Mexico City. And so he ended up putting when he looked down in the middle of the lake, there was a little island out there with a cactus on it and the bird eating the snake. And that's where that comes from. So little history, little history facts there. Eddie, my man, good to see you in the chat. Much love, brother. Jay, yeah, you can call me just about anything you want. Just not late for dinner, because I'm going to be there. One does not simply just live in Mexico City for 5 years. This guy just simply did. I went down there. I need to probably practice my Spanish a little bit, but I consider myself fluent. Whether other people actually consider me fluent or not is a whole different story. But I can easily carry conversations in Spanish, read it, write it,
Cool. Yeah,
whatever,
I
you know.
don't even know how Twitch works. I finally have like my own little emoticons that I added, but I honestly don't know how the
Just about anything you want, but not late for dinner. What's up? Freaking MK. Smart ass in the house, money. Was good. Hey, if we weren't all smart asses, we wouldn't be here.
Stream from Twitch, there would be more, you know, I'd be able to interact a little bit better.
Yeah,
but
I think that of all the platforms, Twitch is the best for community engagement and being close to the community and being able to.
Hey, Al, you are not wrong. Bad decisions when building capital cities. Lake under Mexico City, swamp under DC. Like legit, well, I live there in Mexico City. We'd have, people don't realize it. They don't report it, but they have 2 or 3 earthquakes a year. Like it's pretty common. And we're talking like 5, 6 on the magnitude on the Richter scale when it comes to earthquakes. They don't really report. They only report the really big ones because they happen so often. But yeah. It's a very interesting city, but it looks like they're protesting in Mexico City. Let's see if we got some sound. Yeah, concrete keeping true to form and filming the concrete. Either the concrete or his face. So they've got a whole bunch of riot police surrounding these people that are holding hands in Mexico City. I'll try to translate a little bit. Says they're trying to encapsulate them. They're closing in. They're pushing the people into a big circle. Basically, they're being kettled. They're almost completely encapsulated, and there's only one little spot where you can still escape, but they're moving in quickly. I'm going to start walking over towards a street called Primasores so that I don't get stuck into the encapsulation. He's talking about a camp that they had and that they came in and destroyed the camp, which was a very important part of the camp. And then there was a fire that they were building up, and the police came in and ran everybody out of there. Then they came over into the Zócalo. They started trying to encapsulate them, and it looks like now they're trying to move and get out. It looks like they're going to leave, he said. He says they've got them encapsulated because they've been causing a whole bunch of problems, and it looks like they've got it under control now, and that's why they're going to encapsulate them to keep them from causing problems. Oh, they just released gas. Oh, damn. Help us. Help us. Star Cruise, where are you hearing that? Is that a Trump tweet?
Pues ahí nos tocó, ya nos iban a dar un martillazo. A una chica ahí le tocó de lleno pues extintor. Pues ya, perdón.
Oh, that's probably something you didn't know about me. I speak more than one language.
También en medio de los oficiales, ¿no? Para que ya no haya estas agresiones.
Freaking Jay with the translation. Star Cruz says the only Spanish he knows is dos más cervezas, por favor, which means 2 more beers, please. I've walked right through that spot many a times when I was down in Mexico City. I used to take the subway. There's a stadium there that's really famous. They did the Olympics there, I believe, called Estadio Azteca. It's one of the largest stadiums in the city. It's ginormous. And I used to have to go through there and grab the light rail down to the subway, and I would take the subway to that stop and come out of there. They've got a lot of really cool shopping around there. They have like different streets, and every street is like designated to different things. So you've got like an electronics street, and it's just all electronics. I remember I used to go down there, and for so cheap you could buy like all kinds of like clubbing lights and stuff. And I'd like, as a teenager, I did my bedroom up with all kinds of like fog machines and club lights and sound system and all and whatnot. ¿Dónde es los baños? You mean ¿dónde están los baños? Where is the bathrooms? ¿Dónde es los cantina? That one I don't. I think you're trying to say ¿dónde está la cantina, which is where's the bar? So you're saying you could hear. He's talking about what just happened and that you could hear the people inside screaming, help, help, and he doesn't know what to do. The only thing I can do is stand back and basically cheer them on and give them water. It's making me very emotional. And the people are crying. And the gas gets in the eyes and your lungs, and it's horrible. But we're going to sit here and we're going to wait it out a bit and see what happens. And to everybody who's watching, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for holding on and watching. Make sure you follow us. And keep on. Thank you for watching and continue to watch the situation. And a big hello to everybody on YouTube that's also watching us, also on Facebook. We would be nothing if it wasn't for you guys and transmitting the feeds. We've got to get the real news out there and make sure that people know that there is violence that is happening on the people.
tan intrépidos como yo de meterse entre la gente, ¿no? Y de repente llevarse uno que otro pisotón o ser correteado por una chica, pero sé que pues ustedes estarían...
That it's a huge response to stuff that seems like it's really little. That's a good question, CLG, let's find out.
Canadá, a ver si vamos a leer rapidísimo los, porque hace rato también dije lo mismo y no saludé a nadie, creo. A ver, dice, vamos a empezar desde... por aquí leí que alguien era de Ontario, saludos hasta Ontario, Canadá. No recuerdo el nombre, ya se me perdió, pero saludos.
So it appears that Mexico is basically, it's a gender violence crisis. That's what I'm seeing. That earlier this month, police opened fire on protesters at Cancun City Hall during a demonstration against the murder of a 20-year-old. So it seems like a trans rights protest that came from police opening fire on someone who is a trans person in Cancun. That's what I'm seeing.
Sin ustedes no seríamos nada. Estamos orgullosos de llevarles esta información a toda la familia en Polemón, ¿no? Yo nomás por estar aquí, ¿no? Pero ahí detrás de mí hay gente que pues hace también esto posible, ¿no? Ahí en producción, con nuestro
Yes, Chalupa, you are correct. Mexico City is built on the ruins, but it's a lake. When they first founded, the first founder, when he came over, he saw the lake at the bottom and then a little island in the middle with the cactus and the bird on top. But it's built on the ruins of that. So it looks like a big part of the crowd there in Mexico City is moving.
Rosy Carrillo de Cuernavaca, Morelos. Ahí todavía hay unas excepciones, pero vamos a leer rapidísimo de dónde nos ven. Marcela López Leiva, saludos desde Chilpancingo, Guerrero. María Luz Malverde, Matus, cuídate, Polemón. Así andamos aquí a las vivas.
He's talking about the football team that he goes for, which is the Chivas. Everybody in Mexico goes for those Chivas.
Espero lo había pronunciado bien, saludos. De repente mi léxico no es muy bueno, ya se darán cuenta. Guerra de Olvera, del Estado de México, saludos hasta allá. Eustaquio Lozano, Acapulco, Guerrero.
I see other people that have this feed up, but it's not live, so they're restreaming.
Juana María, Tavitas Thor, perdón, es que me asustaron, pero no, es un... ya estoy asustado, perdón, nos quedamos en Juana María, Tavitas Tobar, felicidades camarógrafo por su valentía, no, que les digo que por ustedes yo estoy aquí. Andrés Molina, mucho cuidado, no, pues nos estamos cuidando muchísimo. Chapis Martínez desde Miami, saludos hasta Miami. Juana González.
He's giving shout outs to people.
Saludos hasta Texcoco. Vaquero más Cusco, yo quiero corretear. No, lo peor es que me corretearon. No corretees a nadie. No hagas eso, no.
They're telling him to go run back into the crowd with the police, and he's like, no, I'm not trying to get run off. What are you talking about? You're crazy.
Félix Álvarez, una pregunta. ¿Ese colectivo marabunta está a favor de los desmadres de estas? Bueno, no voy a decir la palabra. No.
I just don't have any good ideas right now for any new ones. Oh no, it was a frog. Okay, it wasn't a shamrock, it was a frog.
Watching trains go by, that's a good question.
Yes, those are my glasses.
It's not something that I've looked into. I'm just reading headlines, but I definitely recommend that if you want to know what happened and if you want to know if the shooting that happened down in Mexico is justified, I highly recommend you look into it. Don't take anyone's word for it. it's something that you should definitely be doing your own research on.
Danny drew it.
While I'll give my opinion here, I highly recommend that everybody do their own.
Wizard frog.
Everybody look into their own information and research things on their own.
Yeah, I'll do one for Christmas then.
Anymore nowadays, a lot of people are just finding sources out there that they trusted, and
That's a good one. That's a good idea.
it's not really healthy. I mean, if you think about that, that's exactly what happened with CNN, Fox News, all of these mainstream media outlets, is that we became so accustomed to just trusting what they were saying that now a lot of people, we've created a nation of sheep. And that's not healthy. It's not good. And so it's always important to go out there and research. What I said about it earlier is just simply the headlines.
Making emotes just for like Shiloh's content, you know, that's not a thing. Santa hat leaf blower. Yes, mods have the best ideas. Ooh, you're real unbiased there. Yeah, no, not you, Freedom. I was talking about protest POV. This one of my mods.
Oh wow! So Mexico actually has tifas. They call themselves El Bloc Negro, or also known as the Black Bloc.
Hype train emo. Let me steam them up real quick.
So I'll go ahead and just read this. And again, I recommend your own research into the information. But it's just people were asking what these protests were related to, and I'm just reading the headlines. But what I'm reading here is this has to do with Marcela Aleman, the mother of a 4-year-old girl who was sexually abused in San Luis Potosí, which is in the northern part of Mexico. She tied herself to a chair for more than 12 hours inside Mexico's National Human Rights Commission building. Aleman occupied the offices after a meeting with the Human Rights Ombudsman, where her demand for the detention of her daughter's abusers yielded no real support. Aleman isn't alone in the struggle. Her daughter is among the 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 5 women who face sexual violence in a country where 10 women are murdered every single day. Erica Martinez arrived at Mexico's National Human Rights Commission the following day along with local activists to support Aleman, carrying photos of her young daughter who at 7 years old was sexually abused by a family member. For 3 years, Martinez had advocated for her daughter, demanding the detention of the perpetrator, but has only been met with institutional indifferences and violence. A year after filing the criminal complaint and still not detained by authorities, the alleged abuser attacked Martinez, fracturing her nose and continuing to harass her. Aleman ended the sit-in and eventually left the building after reaching an agreement with authorities on her demands, but on September 4th, Martinez, along with a handful of activists from feminist collectives, including Mexico's Ni Una Menos, which means not one more, and the Bloc Negro, which is also known as Black Bloc, decided to seize control of the Human Rights Commission office. Oh, okay, so yeah, they screwed up there. They went in and took over a government office, like they seized control of a Human Rights Commission office. Having read their list of demands, they entered peacefully, asking workers to vacate the building, and the occupation grew to include several dozen activists and families. For Martinez, occupying the Human Rights Commission would apply pressure to a government reluctant to confront a country in the throes of gender violence crisis. I was sick of waiting for answers from institutions that never came, Martinez told Refinery 29. It's been nearly 3 months since activists first occupied the building, and although only a few dozen women and children remain, Martinez said she plans to stay until all demands are met, including a commitment by the federal government to eradicate gender violence in the country. We need authorities to meaningfully enforce laws already put in place against gender violence, she added. Mexico has struggled with a femicide epidemic for decades, and every year interminable series. What?
Ooh, Atlanta. I don't see a lot of Atlanta streamers.
Interminable series of vicious murders in young girls and women shakes the country.
And I'll have my mods like.
So anyways, it appears to include a whole bunch of different stuff there. I'll post a link that I'm reading here on the Discord for anybody who wants to continue reading on it. Again, it's just an article. It's every article you read out there is an opinion. I recommend, again, you read your own articles and more than one and come up with your own thoughts and your own ideas. Don't let one person write a narrative for you. There's always two sides to every story, and then there's a third one right in the middle somewhere as well. So go find it out on your own. That's my recommendation. Anyways, folks.
I missed what Matt said.
There's a couple other things going on, but nothing serious.
Oh, a memorial emote for Travis. Okay, see that's a touchy subject because I don't wanna put up emotes that are like faces of black leaders or anything like that because that just feels way more exploitative than it should be, you know. But just like a keep going, like that would be kind of cool. Keep going. Whew, cold. It's fucking cold. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
for anybody who wants to know.
I misunderstood. Yeah, that makes sense.
Again, I
But you know
posted
what
that
I mean,
article
Matt, you know,
in our Discord. If you want to finish reading the rest of it and what's going on there in the news articles channel. But it's interesting to see that Mexico is basically having similar issues as here in the U.S. That I do find really interesting. Yeah. Seattle Jeeper, I believe you are spot on. The Tiefers in Portland are headed back to Mommy's Basements for the night. They are most likely going to enjoy their soy turkeys and their tofurkey dinners. Chances are they probably won't even have that, to be completely honest, but that seems to be about all she wrote. Folks, I have received information that there is a very good chance that Salty Snicker will be going live at some point tonight and will continue the streams.
You're right. I think it's like bit donations, yeah.
If you are on the YouTubes, make sure to type in Salty Snicker, all one word. If you put a space in between Salty and Snicker, it will not come up. Make sure you type in Salty Snicker, all together, one word, in the search bar, and the channel will come up.
Oh, Relentless, that's funny.
I do believe tonight they will also be playing the hearings that happened today in Pennsylvania.
But they're actually not that
So,
warm.
something, make sure to add them.
Oh, yeah, you had a great
Make sure to check the notifications, and you might not even get notifications. They have been censored like no other. They had a pretty large thing going. Again, if you knew them before, they went by red pilling the masses. Absolutely go add them. Make sure to also, if you get a chance, get over and add Andazant, that one weird girl, MK. And I always forget, oh, Shu. You see Shu in the chat, that's totally normal. All great channels to add up. Eddie, I think Eddie's behind in the video. I don't think he's live. He just got the, you can call me anything, just not late for dinner.
Yeah?
I think Eddie might be back in the video a little bit.
Chris is gonna go.
We love you, Eddie.
Say goodbye to Krista. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would play it if I honestly didn't have to get into the kitchen and
Just asked me if I was gonna stick around.
start putting some dishes together for tomorrow. But like I said, if you haven't added SEAL Team 711 on Twitch, you should go and do that. I do plan on live streaming tomorrow. I'm going to attempt my first try at deep frying a turkey. The turkey may or may not be defrosted enough, and we might have not the best reaction, but at least it will be on video. We hope everything goes smoothly, but that is something to watch for that I will be doing tomorrow. Just a short vid doing the deep fried turkey.
I'm not doing anything for Thanksgiving because I don't like this. I don't like to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Oh, here we go. I don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving. What an imperialist holiday. I'm not going to do that.
Thanksgiving itself is considered a bit offensive to.
Oh my God, Thanksgiving is offensive. Do you hear this crap?
My partner Danny is native, and that I wouldn't be celebrating it anyway. But yeah, we're not going to do anything like that.
Code for my family hates me. Code for I don't have anyone to celebrate it with. Code for I have excuses and have determined that instead I'll just say that it's offensive and that's why I'm not going to freaking celebrate it. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? My goodness.
For any excuse. But yeah, no.
Tanks said she'll pray for me in my house. Yeah, there's probably, I'm probably gonna need it. We're gonna, bunch of hot oil, cold turkey, cold wet turkey. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Comments into my feed so I can read them, but I have not figured out how to do that yet. I've been trying, but I can't figure it out. Maybe if somebody could help me with that and figuring out how to do that through Streamlabs or Restream, or I don't know if it's through Streamlabs or Restream, but
oh my goodness, this guy is an absolute joke.
Facebook, so.
Me personally, I just don't understand these people. I just don't understand where they're coming from, why they do the things that they do, or how. You missed Antifa basically telling us why Thanksgiving's offensive and why they're not planning on celebrating it. Missed in Mexico City, there was some people moving in, or the police were moving in and basically taking care of a group of troublemakers. They released, dropped some gas on them and moved in. I think they started making some arrests or whatnot, but not too much. Nothing too much. Yeah, stage 4 TDS basically. But we're basically at that part of the night where, folks, again, I wanted to keep today's stream basically a tight-knit group of folks. Didn't want to deal with all the trolls and all that kind of good stuff tonight. Wanted to keep it simple, easy, and more than anything, I just, I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, genuinely from me to you and your families. I really hope that you guys have loved ones that you plan on spending it with, and you're not letting a bunch of unconstitutional laws scare you into not doing that. Again, I want to thank every one of you for being here. The plan to grow this Patriot network is moving forward. And if I haven't said it enough already, get on over Salty Snicker, all one word, in your search bar on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be links in the chat as well. I hear rumors that they will be going live with all the other feeds and will most likely be checking out that hearing that happened today in Pennsylvania with all the evidence that is coming out of election fraud. So something to keep an eye out for. Make sure you subscribe and get those notifications on. Make sure to add our other Patriots, and Azant on YouTube, That One Weird Girl on Twitch. Make sure to also add MK, Totally Normal, Black Conservative Preacher, Black Rebel. So many people to name. If you're in our Discord, you'll be able to see them. They are on all of the notifications. But folks, with that, I wish all of you the best Thanksgiving ever. Make sure to eat a lot of turkey. I know I'm going to. And I will maybe see some of you tomorrow during the deep fry of the turkey. Much love. Catch you next time.